I think we're back
5
now.
seconds.
Hopefully, I might. Yes, I am. I think I'm coming through. Can you speak? Oh, why is
10
your
seconds.
audio
Just
not
long
coming
enough to
through?
regret every choice he's made.
Hmm. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you are coming through now.
Radiant knows just who to pick here, I'll bet. First-rate hero
No,
selection.
no, it's yeah,
Dyer's turn to
it's
pick.
being weird. OBS is being weird. Okay, we have some draft. Crikey, let's.
Radiant gets to ban.
Oh, the Venge. Haven't seen much Venge actually this tournament. That's usually a classic in these parts, these areas. But Jackie is, I think, still the most picked hero in the tournament. And I mean, it's pretty standard bans actually for FGF. They ban the Puck, they ban the Wraith King. These are classics. Ember as well. Interesting. Bristle. Yeah, Lifestealer, Disruptor, these heroes are.
Well, 8 now.
I think also what was banned by OGs against us from memory, not the axe, because I don't think we play it.
Right,
so
Dyer gets to ban.
Sand King as well. And Beastmaster. I think it's been known that Peebo may play a mid Beastmaster. Peebo interestingly drafting, so he's taken the reins off of Larald the Llama.
10 seconds.
5
seconds. All right, Dyer's turn.
Yeah, I mean, I think your Drow after yesterday is getting banned potentially more. I know there are members of the chat who probably will be the ones banning it in future games. That's the challenge. That is the challenge. And we have a Kunkka, which is another classic in this tournament. One of my favourite heroes, and also I've realised one of the ones I am worst at. So there you go, double kill.
Left. Well, 8 now.
I played it a couple of times,
5 seconds.
and it was yeah, abysmal. I'm really bad. I'm out of practice, I think is mostly it. And then once you like off the horse, how do you get back on the horse, man? It's already bolted. The Kunkka horse is out of the stable. It's out of the field, mate. It's another bloody environment. Monkey King early pick this time, right? So this is interesting because this is a hero that we've had a lot. I think we've had quite a few times against us. As I feel sick, Dark Willow is in the game. This is awful. I do think Dark Willow is one of the supports for Fry Guys Fumblers, because I'm pretty sure when I was looking them up, I was like, do I ban Dark Willow? I hate this hero, and I had to put that bias to one side
5 seconds.
and ban more sensible things, which I am assuming is what OGs have done, and now this is how we've ended up in this situation. So we're getting the picks thick and fast now. They are on rocking through them. Oh. You can't hear the co-cast. Uh-oh, problems.
Oh, that's okay. That's happened in stream.
Oh, what's going on? Help! Where the hell? Yeah, so this is the opposite of the problem yesterday. This is the opposite of the problem yesterday. Let me see how I can get this to work.
Well, I'll continue to talk in case it suddenly comes back on. Idea. But I like to see Ringmaster. Ringmaster's with a dagger.
That's not the options. It's this we want.
It's a very fun hero to play, and with a lot of damage.
Oh god, is that my Discord that's just on the screen? I think it is. Help! Hey guys, this is my Discord. You're welcome. Uh, but I think if I move it to the bottom, speak for me.
If I speak now, I can
Yeah,
talk about the Legion Commander being picked.
yeah, yeah. I think we hear you. I think we hear you.
Well, that is unfortunate for everyone.
Sorry, this
Does
is
this mean
the.
I have to say something insightful now, or is it?
I think this is the. So when I upgraded in inverted commas the stream for the last one, I obviously fucked something, and we've discovered it today. So it's kind of like I kicked it down the road. Yeah, I did adjust the volume, so hopefully because you were quite loud when you
Oh my
came in,
goodness!
so I've
Last
adjusted
thing
you
you want is
down
me being too loud.
a little bit so that we should be okay. But let me know if you need any further adjustments in the chat, please. This is a community stream.
Gets the ban.
What is the
There was
draft
a.
doing? Ringmaster, Christ alive.
I like the Ringmaster. I think it's good. No one got to hear me talk about it, but I think it's great. It's fun. The old dagger does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's kind of an annoying hero too, in many ways.
Yeah.
And that
Very annoying.
sometimes in these games is sort of, as good as a good hero. I think where I left off before we realized it was all fucking broken is that this is what I was thinking about the Monkey King, right? It's just like we banned it
We're 10 seconds
even
out.
when we
Plenty of
probably
time
had
to
the
tell an
answer
announcer you
for it,
love 'em, if
but
that's what
because
they
we,
5 seconds.
in some of our other games, because we still feared having to face it again, Does that make sense? We're like, kind of like, it's even though it maybe isn't good here, it will still be a hero that can snowball quite easily,
Yeah.
and it's just really
At least
irritating.
to us, we are just not very good at playing into it because it's the lifesteal thing is always unexpected to me.
It's the same.
I
yeah.
never see it coming.
It's the same.
I'm like, oh, we're about to kill him. Oh, he's full health.
It's the same thing with Slark for me as well. Like we literally had AA in our draft and we still banned Slark, and the reason is because that guy, like, if you don't hit him with the AA ult
Yeah.
for us, that's him. He gets away, and that's too much to put on one hero for me in a draft, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Anyway, this actual present draft, we've had an AM ban, which is kind of interesting, from OGs.
Radiant's up.
So I'm guessing, yeah, I mean, it's probably mid Monkey King, right? And then we've got this off-lane Legion. Probably Legion Willow or Legion Jackie, one of the two. And they take out Storm. So I think they guess this
Legion
is...
Jackie can be an absolute kill lane. That seems very good.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I guess it depends, because they've got last pick on... Well, they know it's Chaos Knight, actually, don't they?
5 seconds, with or
Chaos
without.
Knight.
No, you could
Let's
do
give
it.
him a second.
Can you Chaos Knight off lane? I don't know.
Oh,
They
okay.
co-op anyway.
Okay, so it was Monkey King 1 then. So they pivoted
Yeah.
it and quap mid. I missed that one. Missed that
Pop is a
flex.
solid mid. Can't argue with that.
What will
10 seconds.
OG's reply with?
I'm assuming it's a quap into
5
a
seconds.
Kunkka.
4, 3.
Well, the Kunkka could be the 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is true. I forgot. Salomon makes a very good point. This is Flow Zone 1, so it could be anything. It's most likely not Chaos Knight for
right.
that exact reason.
So it's a Ringmaster carry. Okay.
It basically could be. That is what could happen
Right.
now.
Right.
If we're not careful.
It
So,
legitimately could be Venge carry. I've seen that. That's valid, I think.
yeah, it's possible. Avenge 3 is also a thing, but I feel like if you're putting Kunkka core, you're like picking your
Yeah.
3 cores first. It's kind of weird. Upside down
Come out
draft,
with
but
another
hey,
support now.
yeah, shit. Well, that could be what happens, but it's actually, the carry.
Yeah. Well, they've really taken their time over this pick. Is there something that they need to counter that we're missing? I feel like it doesn't really matter what they pick, in terms of there's nothing that it needs addressing that they can't already deal with.
Yeah, they got good catch already with Kunkka, Chaos Knight reposition as well, swap too, and they can. I feel like what they want is probably something to capitalize potentially on, like or set up a bit more of a ringmaster. They're kind of all single target. You got the ringmaster. Oh, you kind of want a bit more team fight maybe.
You got the boat and the.
That's true. The boat.
old,
Yeah. The
tidal
boats.
wave thingy-majiggy.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I think it would be nice. I guess that
Not
goes
much,
for the
but,
Ringmaster, but it'd be nice to have something else to thingy. The problem is obviously we got like Jackie, Monkey King, Dark Willow shit. Like
Yeah, Monkey King just puts down the circle, right? And that's game over for everyone. That's my experience anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, they do have a bit more.
We
with
should
that.
actually have set up a predictions. Maybe for game 2, we'll do 2. Oh no, because then you can't. Oh, I guess you could pay them out and then set the new ones up, right? Do a prediction for will Flowzone play a conventional carry for game 2. We'll do that at the start of the draft. Everyone has to bet their beans.
I'll try and remember.
Okay.
Pangolier.
Pangolier. Okay. I was actually looking at Pangolier earlier. Pango mid is Flowzone Kunkka 1 by the looks. Unless there's lane swapping, which they're within their rights to do, so Flowzone could take it off lane.
Rick Kunkka. He has gone for high. He's got high tide
Yeah.
selected at the moment. So Crit Ill coming in.
Yeah, I guess so. So Pango is an interesting hero in terms of like the stats. I was actually looking at them before. His heroes has been like has like 100% win rate when it's picked.
Who, Pangolier?
Yeah. So it's
in this tournament.
It's 3 from 3 in this tournament so far. Yeah.
Is it because it's only one person playing it and they're very good at Pango?
It could be. I know that. Flowzone is currently asking for advice in the chat. I'm not sure if that is allowed, but hey, listen, I think it'll be fine. I don't know if this is legal.
Well, now the opportunity is passed, we can say I think probably High Tide is the better option if you're going P1, because you want the extra damage, right?
Yeah.
But
yes.
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, we're gonna have the same issue in game. Oh fuck. Here we go. Wait. Speak again.
I'm speaking.
Oh fuck's sake. 2 seconds.
Build in the Heinz factory and going everywhere.
What the fuck do I do? Okay. Let's do that again. Yeah. Okay, I think. Wait.
Again now, or is it?
It should be working again now. You're back.
You've got all the beans out.
Cool.
The beans are no longer jammed.
Great news. Okay.
I've eaten the bean out of my microphone, so I think
we should be
set.
good. Great news. Right, let me run you through the teams. Yeah. We have Falcus captaining the Fry guys, Fumblers on the presumably off-lane Legion Commander. We have Juhu on the Jakiro. We have Psychover on the Quap, Timorous Prawn on the Dark Willow, and over here Vidicus is on the Monkey King. And then for OGs, we have Time Twister, who is on Vengeful Spirit. We have Peebo on the mid Pangolier. Vi is playing Ringmaster. Hero names loading. Please wait. Flowzone is playing this safe lane Kunkka, and then Larry Llama is playing the off lane Centaur. Nope. Chaos Knight. It has been a long day, guys. Okay, let's.
We got there.
And we've had technical issues. We're good. Okay, cool. Great news. Oh, we have a lane. Right, we have lanes. People are laning.
It's happening. The game's begun.
I think mid lane. Oh, Time Twister actually
split evenly.
trying to get wards. Well, ward was denied actually, but it was clearing
Yeah,
wards early.
I think he gave away the fact that he had a ward there by giving a high 5 to the Quap. So probably just denied it before it gets killed.
I think, yeah, Time Twister was running up to de-ward it and got the first click off, but Psychover then finished the job. And here is one of the many reasons I hate Dark Willow. We have the thorns that are already present. Just like, it should not be hard to avoid them, and yet somehow you always walk into them. It's like that Void Spirit shit that like pulls you in too. It's like the same.
Luckily, this impalement arts dagger is a similar thing where I always find myself walking into it.
Yeah, Falcus already quite low in this top lane as well.
It's very low.
Is that from a couple cleaves? I think it must be, right? Copping a couple of cleaves, maybe a dagger here or there.
Has gone for the spoils of war on Falcus, the Legion.
Interesting to. I wonder whether the Kunkka carry is more of a reaction to the, you know, the knowledge that it's a Legion off lane.
Or you getting low in the bot lane is going to go down. One more click.
Time Twister with first blood.
Does manage to steal it off of the Chaos Knight. Sorry, you were saying?
Just was wondering, or you know, thinking on the idea that maybe the Kunkka was initially supposed to be maybe mid, but then changed in reaction to the Legion Commander pick, knowing that that was most likely their offlane. But don't know. Not sure who the you know, without the seething stand-in, not sure who the Kunkka players are on the team. As middle lane, Peebo will just about get the water rune ahead, but it is quite low. Scream of Pain with 2 levels.
It's like could have done with that bottle charge. Been need some kills there, perhaps.
As top lane there is kills. Falcus actually getting first blood onto Vi. Will probably go down in return here. In bottom lane, Juhu gets the kill onto Time Twister, which we miss. We'll watch Falcus walk away on very low life. I'm going to assume, yeah, just some damage from the Jackie.
Killed all over the place.
There's early carnage going on. The Psychovert's low in the middle lane. Peebo going to run down up to the high ground.
How's that happen so quickly?
Doesn't chase him any further. Psychovert will get away. 100 HP left.
Yeah, a few of these denies as well.
Yeah. And
Psychovert's gone all the way back to base. Quicky.
Yeah, it looks like early lane dominance in terms of CS for the dire side of OGs. So,
Indeed.
do we remember who had first pick? Question. Falcus gets hit with a dagger as well, getting a couple clicks. The stun will miss from flow zone. It's allowing him to get away.
Heal up. Well, we know that the Pango was the last pick. That helps you determine it.
Then OGs had last pick then, because that's that team.
Yeah.
So first pick and Radiant side for the next game as well. Need to remember that. Cool. Admin duties done. But yeah, both carries currently doing quite nicely CS wise. Flozin in particular with the 11 denies is fantastic. Controlling the lane and into the Legion, just gets cleaved if he walks too close. It's very tough.
I guess this is what happens when he plays an actual carry. It's not a P1 carry, but it is.
No, as the dagger hits again, Falcus tries to sidestep it, but does walk into it. And gives a little bit of all chat for good measure, which is completely fair, I would say. He's carving a lot of daggers right now.
This is what I mean. This is the annoying dagger bullshit. It's similar to the old brambles that you always run into. Marana arrow, similar thing. I would say that the daggers are probably the most annoying.
Psychovert's just getting so much damage in this middle lane too. Only just come back from bottling up and is already low again on both health and mana. It's top lane. Kunkka really does not care about this overwhelming odds. I think in the chat they were saying there's no press the attack level yet, so you can't really heal off the damage from the dagger.
Yeah. It's so quick though. It only lasts 4 seconds, so it's only 4 ticks. Not much.
As he gets hit again, there's another one. And the stun this time from the Kunkka will get feared up as well.
Fear.
Or the follow-up
dagger.
Did that actually hit? I think it did, didn't it?
It did.
That's a nice Dark Willow route, but and Falcus won't actually stick around to try and get the Lotus, and Vi gets the last hit.
Rolling high on his attack damage, getting the kill.
As middle lane, Psychovert gets a much needed regen rune. So that will help get back
Going
into
in
the
deep
lane.
on Time Twister.
Oh yeah, what's this chase going on? The Avenger's just out of
He
there.
gets the Jingu stacks and clears off.
Yeah, Orb of Corrosion for the Monkey King straight off the bat. And we'll complete it. Is that the boots? Must have something on the courier as well. Top lane is where all the action has been for the most part so far. As Vi gets rooted up, and that's quite a lot of damage from the roots. Falcus running up to see if he can get involved. Does get off the overwhelming odds, which does a chunk of damage, but now he's in trouble himself. As the stun will come out, he does duke out of it, which is very nice. Misses the whip as well, so not a lot doing. Spells cast.
Both sides very low, but no death.
Time Twister dies mid.
There's Psychovert.
So I guess they went mid because Pango's rotated in.
Pango's on top.
And although the daggers, the second one does actually hit, and that will be Timorous Prawn down. And it looks like Falcus might also be joining him. On the other side, Monkey King is in, trying to secure the kill onto Vi, who's duking. I don't think he has enough mana to. He doesn't have the Boundless Strike, so can't actually
He used it already and missed because of the box. So it's unfortunate on that side. On that front.
Just a little bit of the little outplaying going on here in this top lane so far. The Monkey King.
These sort of things add up, though.
Will stick around. It's hopping from tree to tree. See if they can find something. It looks like Time Twister, who had rotated post-death, will head back down bottom lane, where, for the time being, Juhu is on his own, and now they will set up with the stun. I think they stacked a little bit, but it doesn't matter. The damage is there, and the Jakira goes down.
Yeah, he's got 2 levels in Wave of Terror, so minus armor is pretty good.
So after early difficulties for Psychovert mid lane, gets the kill on Time Twister, I'm guessing rotated to try and get 6 a bit quicker. And also has got back-to-back runes, which has been regen and AD. So basically 2 of the best runes you could probably ask for outside of an arcane. I mean, the regen was perfect for the moment it needs to be there, as the courier was a risk there for Pivo, who didn't fancy it, but now is in trouble himself. Will pop ult and roll away. The damage comes out, it's huge, with the amplification as well from the rune.
Yeah.
Does survive.
Do you go for this?
Yeah, you definitely do. And he boxed himself.
Vi saved himself.
Vi saved
Might
himself.
be dead now, or doesn't have enough mana.
His friend. Yeah, no mana on the quad to chase that. That is hilarious. that is great. That is great. I respect that so much from Vi. Just like, yeah, mate. I'm sorry, I can't. I am just casting this on myself. I'm sorry.
Do you think that was deliberate or just a misclick?
I don't know. Either way, I respect it. Either way, I respect it. There's Monkey King, back bottom now. Still doing really well on CS, so despite that rotation top that wasn't very fruitful, has got as much CS almost as
rotation now. It's 3 onto him in the bot lane.
But yeah, now we'll be in big trouble. Nice ice path as well to slow it down, but yeah, Monkey King
come in, see if they can exchange.
Not be able to get out, and now Pango is in trouble. They brought Dark's Willow down as well. I nearly said Darkseer. That's, because you can't fucking name the heroes different things, Valve, can you? So, a nice macropire as well. We'll force them back, but nothing to lock them down in it, so no damage to come out there, although we'll cop some damage onto the Venge as well. Top lane Legion just needs to be very careful, because with the boat up, could just combo him down. They have no points in X currently,
there now.
So can't hold him in place. So relying on something else to do that. Drops the wheel, but that is way behind, so that covers the retreat that the Radiant side aren't really going to participate in. Legion not 6 yet either, and has no mana, so overwhelming odds did hit, but not quite enough damage, and Legion will go down in exchange.
Little tipping action.
Yeah, little
Zone feeling confident. Got the Radiance queued up.
Yeah, I think this is this not what Kamaya did when he went the wrong talent yesterday?
Looks like Radiant's top
and told us like after when he realised when he was leveling, I think that he got the wrong talent. He was like, I guess I'll go Radiance. So maybe that's the go if you get the old yeah, you know, high tide.
Yeah, I would not know.
So
Oh, and lots of brawling, and I feel like OG's slightly ahead now.
yeah, although I'm just having a poke at the net worth here, and it looks like the majority of their lead is flow zone. So Pango is actually, you know, obviously Legion struggling, but we knew that from the lane. But Pango, you know, compared to the Quap, for example,
And
is
speaking
in
of
trouble.
flow zone,
And yeah, and
Rickbert's gone on.
and did cast the ult, but they will just run away.
The pig pole away.
We will survive.
Piggy be
And
squealing.
bottom lane, the trade for the Monkey King ult as well. And Quap has gone down bottom, but has no mana. No mana
Yeah,
after
this is,
using the ult in the top lane, let alone TPing down bottom.
Quap's always in the right place at the right time, but doesn't have the right amount of mana.
Yeah, and now
Yuhu is
Juhu's
caught
in
out again.
big trouble. Misses the dagger. And Tiver's Prawn comes in as well. The supports are feeling ballsy, running up to as Peebo comes through the portal. They're
Alcus
all
is
there,
there as well.
and now he can't flee that way because there's the Ringmaster ult is there, and so Legions come in as well. But this is not the three heroes you want. You need one of your big boys to be there. But Psychova, Vidicus nowhere to be found. Falcus is he's really in a tricky spot now. Pango Peebo will secure the kill as well, and this is starting to snowball for OGs.
I think a little bit of lack of communication there from FGF. Not kind of going in as a team, more rolling in, reacting to OG's plays.
It was a nice swap onto Falcus as well.
Very nice.
And they will get this bot tier 1 as well. As top lane, they're going to try and make the move
Be a
onto
good
flow
kill.
zone again, although the rotations can come out Vi already TPing in. They drop the old brambles.
Time twister with the haste.
I think they've got to get
Just
out of
running
there.
up.
And Pango content to push bottom further. Vidicus trying to get what he can. Will now cop some damage from the Pango as well. As looks like Vi is making a move to steal. And this could cost Vi their life here. We'll get daggered.
This should
It doesn't
be a
quite
death.
get off. Uses the box to run away. That allows Psychobot to get to the shrine. And the jewel comes off. And that... Well, I think the quad bolt was a little bit late, but you know, necessary to secure the kill. Falcus obviously got it just before, but that is damage all round. First dual win I think of the game.
I think that is questionable from Psychoville. Definitely not needed the ult. Could have really used that in a potential follow-up fight that may happen. Flow zone up here very low.
Yeah, once again, there is just no mana on this quap at all, is there? There's just like
No.
again gets another rune, so shield rune online, but like
Just got the Kaya queued up now, so
yeah.
That baby is coming down.
that will help the mana situation.
Oh, and we'll get caught in the middle lane as well. The shield rune
Let's just
helping her out, but I don't think you can really contest this push at the present moment, not without rotations from other heroes. So we'll glyph.
Definitely not on your own,
Which
yeah.
allows them to push top as well, keeps creeps alive for an extra moment. Falcus clicking the buildings up here.
I'm gonna trade top for it.
Yeah, I don't know if they... both teams kind of slow. Larry will get the final kill.
Not very quick pushes.
No, and they actually... they're not even actually securing the tower top either. The
They
Jakiro
may be in trouble again here.
could probably...
Silenced
lick the
up.
fire.
Stunned up.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the blink off.
Quat once again down, and nice brambles actually to cover the exit for the supports. Falcus in
That's
trouble
saved a couple
top
of
lane though, getting caught up by Flowzone, who does now have X mark. He will try to make his way through the portal by walking around the other side, but he's going to get stunned up before that comes off. Will get cleaved as well.
Dead.
And is dead before, and this is a Radiance already.
Yeah, it's Kind of brutal.
for flow zone, and yeah, the core's all top of the net worth for the dire side. OG's
6k advantage at 16 minutes in is nasty.
Dyer is kicking sweet hell out of Radiant's bottom tower.
But FGF have some good team play in them. I've seen them do this well.
Yeah, that's a
These
nice ice path.
link
The
up.
macro pile will be huge. Nice box from Vi to get away, and now the dagger's out as well. And now Juhu's really trapped because he has to either
There's
choose the enemy heroes or walking in to the Ringmaster ult, which will go down to in the end. I think Time Twister, no, Peebo actually getting the kill on the Pangolier in the end. Vi did survive.
To walk into the rock rather than to the hard place.
Yeah.
I am not a betting man, unless it's basketball. Football, worst way.
FGF's just split now. They don't want to fight. Monkey King coming in. It's
Yeah,
gonna
Monkey
be
King is-
just Monkey King.
And he doesn't really have much mana either. He couldn't cast ult once he came in, so this will be Vidicus dead.
Yeah.
This is getting out of hand.
Now
Falcus now as
Falcus,
well. On the backlines, it looks like Psychovert managed to take down Time Twister.
Nice
pick
spear.
them off. Yeah, that is a nice
I
spear
don't
from
know
the
why nobody
Dark
ran
Ruler
away,
as well.
but it's a nice spear.
Yeah. Oh, it must have been. Where did
Top tower
Time
just
Twister?
got
Oh, mid lane, Psychovert killed Time Twister. Not sure about
Okay.
the rotation from the Monkey King. Didn't have mana when he came in, so it's
Yeah, it's a bit of an aggressive TP considering there was no team there to help out. Psychopher eyeing up this Peebo in the mid lane.
yeah, it does have
They're
Dagon
both
and
kind of half health,
and
so
the ult. Yeah, this is it's very tempting.
it is very tempting.
But there was no follow up at the time.
Correctly choosing to avoid that situation.
I mean, if they walk up to
Now,
their,
Falcus is in deep.
their shrine,
Once again.
they walk up to their
Just needs
shrine.
to
Larry is
chill out.
on very low HP. But yeah, no, do need to chill out on this counter aggression.
They need some vision and they need to go together.
They need to give Monkey King some time, to be honest. As Monkey King will find Vi. They're the same level on the support Ringmaster. Let's have a look
Yeah.
at that, actually. Yeah. Quap is like tied with the lead, but yeah,
Oh,
in
they're on
terms
to Larry in the mid lane.
oh, they found him.
Yup,
Nice. That is a 4 kill streak. That is very value. Very
that's a
value.
nice kill. Couple more points of damage.
Bits of damage and some tips. Nice. Nice. That's
Oh,
Oh, that's current gold. That's the wrong one. There we go.
Obliterated.
tips coming out now. Things are getting a little spicy here.
yeah, that was a duel and the Quap ult right as well. So a double whammy of big boy ults, but
Cliff up the bot tower.
still space for Monkey King to farm as well. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, Monkey King.
Now is an aggressive TP from Psychopher, who will just walk into Peebo and Vi and cop a lot of damage, gets feared as well, and now the retreat is covered, does get the blink away, but now will get taunted in. The X-Mark brought him back. That was lovely, brought him back into the ult. Pango will go down as well, and Flow Zone 2, nice swap out, might survive because the Rum, does burn down in the end. I think that's damage from Juhu on the Jakiro as well. Now Time Twister in big trouble as well. And this could be a nice fight
Duel's
for
back
FGF, turning around, and here comes the duel, which will complete, gets damage for all 3 heroes involved.
Great fight.
They lose Psychovert with a really nice play from OGs, but they turn it around and get 4
They get
kills in
4.
retaliation. Huge gold swing.
I don't know quite how they managed that. I thought that after Psychovert got X-Mark back in, I thought that was curtains, but it was a nice macropire, just kind of sitting there,
Yeah.
and yeah, they took him down. Very nice.
Yeah, I think sometimes also when you're like executing, like they execute a really nice maneuver there to like trap Psychovert in between, again, the rock and hard place, right? But I think sometimes when you're executing that, it's almost like you kind of, you focus on that and realize, oh shit, I've been stood in a macropire for like the entire duration and now I'm dead.
Yeah.
I think it's just, yes, the damage was there.
Yeah, they got plenty of damage.
And sometimes
It was
fights can
nice
just
that they
go
got
like that.
they got. It was nice that they got the pick off on Larry in the mid lane before that fight started.
Yeah.
He does have the orchid online, which is terrible for Psychopher, and in fact everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you consider that as a full team wipe,
Very true.
they needed. what they needed. And it was nice to see them making some plays, being the aggressor.
And also actually having the follow-up for the aggressive TP as well. It's like Psychovert,
Yeah.
you know, actually knew, compared to obviously Vidicus was unfortunate in that TP before, where went up
Yeah.
and they were not ready.
Radiant's courier
So
just
it's
took a
nice to get that aggressive TP out, make that play. OG's still in the ascendancy here, putting pressure on tier 3s already.
On the Psychovert, he's been
middle
silenced
lane.
this time.
Yeah, and he's...
There'll be no blink.
They don't get the combo off, but will go down all the same. 44 seconds around, does have buyback, will buy back now. That is a lovely wheel, again. When Psychovert has TP'd in aggressively, and this time it could
He's been
spell
silenced
absolute
again.
disaster. That is a
There's a
dieback
dieback.
on your mid-quap. Because the
Oh,
aggressive
no.
TP left him outside the base and stuck once again between his team, between the enemy team and the Ringmaster ult. And big problems now. That is another, well, it's a minute without your co-op.
We'll never forget.
Yeah.
And gold
wasn't-
loss too. A lot of gold
That
loss.
wasn't the one, I don't think. I'm not sure if Marcus could have helped out Psychovert there with the dispel on press the attack for the silence. Could have maybe allowed the blink away, but yeah. I don't know what happened differently in that fight, but it definitely didn't go the way of FGF in that fight.
Oh,
compared
Vidicus
to
is
the
going to
last.
walk into the entire enemy team here. Needs to be really, really careful. Has just hopped up onto this, and it was a Radiant scan. So they
Bottom tower denied.
they did see that the enemy team was there, and Vidicus quite wisely making his way
Swift
out.
exit, I think.
And it was so close to just running into those trees. That's what I would have done. I would have been dead. Significantly better player, able to be a bit more sneaky. They did smoke up. I wonder if they did see some of his, maybe a leap or something, or but also just smoking behind this push. Larry pops the ult on the CK as well, so we'll now wail on this tier 2. It's the last one they haven't collected so far, as they actually find Falcus trying to farm this camp, and he will be in big trouble, will get brought back and killed, and now they will be bold and roll into the base, take down Juhu as well. Pibu,
There's nobody else there.
Pipu takes him down. God, I do that every time.
Don't look like Radiant's bottom tower is getting
And,
If they're not going to go anywhere, My King does now have the Radiance at last.
yeah. And we'll cast the ult now, so can drop that down, but it's then
lovely.
forced immediately outside. That was a lovely ult to kill, and it does actually take down Larry after the box as well as the Pango. And now Monkey King goes in
gone in
aggressively, but will walk back into his ult just to cover the push.
Just in time as well.
Yeah, just about, as now Psychovert gets aggressive again, doesn't have the ult
Yeah,
up.
Psychovert wants more.
And I think with the Monkey King as well, they should be able to pick
Might
up
be able
Time
to get
Twister.
by.
They actually split targets,
No.
so on the top side, you've got Time Twister going down to the Monkey King, and Psychovert is trying to chase down the remaining team. Oh, nice TP out from Vi, gets out as well. Flowzone retreating.
Flowzone's still there.
Does have TP, and is aggroing all of these creeps with the Radiance. Will now get Dagoned, and walk up to the high ground, so they can't see. Now tries the TP out.
The TP.
Gonna get a duel off, they can, and if Flowzone goes down here, this could be huge. 3 kill streak, and more
Okay.
damage. The Legion gets more damage, another swing of gold. Back in
They
the
just need to
direction
do that
of
every time. We just if you ignore that fight in the middle where they died back and lost everyone, this is great from FGF. Just do more of this bit and the bit before where you team wipe them, and you'd be laughing.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. You can see the plan for FGF. It's about bringing it all
Yeah.
together, it's bringing all the bits together. That's what.
As I said
the next
before, it's just
step
that communication, which is maybe kind of like still a new team, right? So still kind of getting to grips with each other, but they do have these golden moments where it all comes together, and it's lovely.
Things are looking dire for Dire's bottom tower.
Using not to go aggressive onto towers.
is. Yeah, they're getting Roche on the side of OGs
Not sure
now.
if they know that Roche is happening.
No, I mean OG's all off the map, but I think FGF's still afraid of the potential fight of being caught out.
Does this go to Peebo?
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, you could
Larry.
also go to Larry, and both of them getting quite have to be the ones to walk up, right? Flowzone just sort of sits at the back and wants to cleave, and we'll wait for everything else to go on. So.
Pibo has gone for this diffusal blade, which I really like on Hango.
Yeah, it looks
Very
like
nice.
Pibo will pick it up. And now the boat is
Why did
insta-drop.
rain
Oh,
drop?
it's because the Monkey King is there. He gets absolutely shredded. 45 seconds without your
Nice,
Monkey
nice
King. That is
pass.
huge. And that is, yeah, lovely again, but it won't cover Falcus getting out either. That's a 40 seconds, no buyback on both your off laner and your safe laner.
Oh.
And just add Dark Willow into the mix. I cannot believe how close all of their death timers are based off of when they died. I'm sure, lads, we could have synced this up a little bit. That is 30 seconds, well, 25 now, without 3 heroes. So
Yeah, this could
you
be
would
rough.
imagine into an Aegis as well. This is a lane of racks, and they will wrap to bottom to try and finish off this already damaged tower. You probably could have actually started sieging. I think they are putting some pressure mid as well. As Flowzone pauses, so we have a breather as Vi will disconnect. Good gracious, how's everybody doing?
I think that is, again, just that lack of communication. Did FGF not know that they were, like, I felt like the team wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know how they had vision on them up on that high ground, or whether they just went for them or not, but it didn't seem like FGF were ready, weren't altogether ready for a fight. So, yeah, kind of dropping one by one.
Yeah,
Bit
no, it's
unfortunate.
a tricky fight as well. I think, yeah, I'm guessing they just they just walked up because that was the route they were going to take to go take the buildings, and Falcus had hung around too long. Don't know if FGF actually did know about the Roche until it was too late. Maybe that was why it started to get caught
Maybe.
out, and then. But yeah, again, if it hard to tell, but yeah, if it was the fight started by FGF, obviously, just again that, like you say, that lack of coordination as well, to all be there and ready to set up. Is Falcus going for an AC? Yes.
Does look
Yes,
like it.
he is. I fear
Yeah, it's
won't get it
it's
in
a
time.
bit rough for Vidi, isn't it? He 4,000 gold behind Flowzone. That is an item's worth.
Right, we're getting the game back underway, so let's see how we go.
Don't look now.
Everybody
Radiant's bottom tower
reconnected. They are sieging
Tower
the
goes
tower.
down.
Larry takes the tower. They do back up because everybody is back now for FGF, and you still don't really want to fight high ground into this combo that did so much damage before. You know, the Monkey King ult,
Playing
the
it
Quaff ult,
safe.
and the Macropyre. Because if you think
They
about
waiting for boat to be back up and
yeah.
Phantasm to come back online. I mean, they've got Aegis.
Yeah.
Not
It'll
sure
be interesting.
what
Yeah,
the hold up here is.
interesting to see what they do. I think because
Are they just are they waiting? See if someone comes out, get a pick off. Looks like they're
I would imagine so, right? Because they had this fight last time, and this is how the game started to turn before, when they pushed up this high ground, and yeah.
But he needs to be careful because they do have this Watcher down here, and it's
Spot him out.
he's literally off the map now.
How is this possible?
Why is there a tree there?
They will jump back down.
He-
Yeah, he needs to be really, really careful. I think they will leave before he reveals himself. Make his way slowly but surely back to base. And now brings himself over to the... And they ping it out so they know what's going on. Alright, so waiting for this setup onto the bottom lane as they smoke up on FGF, so looking to sit behind. Falcons and smoke will pop, so they know that somebody was in that little bit of tree line there. As the dagger flies out, will miss. And they will just slow siege the tower with the Centaur illusion, give vision up on the high ground with the torrent.
They've got vision with the with this ward here as well.
That is true.
Is that out of range? They just not see it. They've got a sentry here.
It is in range, but yeah, there we go. They've
Definitely in
now
range
seen-
now.
Yeah, it looked like it was on the old like graphic, but maybe
Yeah.
it was just outside.
They weren't picking it up. That was mightily unfortunate. And again, we wait. We're waiting for action. Peebo's got a minute left on his Aegis. Minute and a half, sorry. OG's not feeling confident enough to go up the high ground just yet.
And they will smoke up on
They have
FGF.
Lost a couple of team fights.
They're going to try and pick off somebody here. They think they know that someone's flying
Larry
this camp, and
Lama
Larry
is-
is going to cop one. They get a duel
Semi on
off,
his own.
and they set up all the damage. Oh, nice swap out though. So he's miles away from the duel, but it
Does go down.
Does go down, but not for the duel. Time Twister with the swap as well will put himself into danger. And
two.
so that will be 2. And now they'll move out for Psychovert, feeling very confident. Blinks
once
up
more.
high. But now we'll
Low on his
probably
own now.
cop a boat as well. And this might be Psychovert dead. I think the team has abandoned him. And so we'll go
They've
down.
been distracted by a Peebo who is rolling around their base. It's like just getting caught on his own so many times. It's tough.
Yeah, a little bit of a split target again. Last time it worked out
Yeah.
okay, but this time the heroes they were trying to target were too strong. So, yeah, difficult. As Flozone will now walk up. No longer has the age. Oh no, he didn't have the Aegis anyway. Peebo still has it for 15 more
Only for-
seconds.
More seconds.
They're going to push. Now
Goes
Peebo
in.
blinks in aggressively.
Wants to die.
He wants to die. He's got 9 seconds left on it. If they hold... Oh no, the Monkey King will not hold. It's automatic, isn't it? So people will come back alive, full strength, and now will turn straight onto Vidicus, but does have to run away. The Monkey King to be respected and feared. They bring in... Larry brings
Nice
in the
balls.
Dark Willow as well. But Timorous
That's a
Prawn
lovely
will
unit.
now just do that Dark Willow bullshit and get away. So he
It's like waiting on the sidelines, but doesn't have ult up.
gets a stun onto the Monkey King. Flozone will TP back to get mana and then return. Does cop a Monkey King stun straight away. Now the duel comes out. There's a swap again.
Oh, it's a big boat.
Yeah, boats
Let's
huge
get
in
the
the middle,
duel
but they do get the duel win, and now Flozone will go
Flozone's
down. There's
down.
another free kill streak. Psychovert manages to blink away just before that wave of terror damage comes out. Falcus has to buy back though. Vidicus is in big trouble. Peebo is super low, gets healed up by Vi right before the end of the fight. Psychovert will claim Vi's kill, but Peebo will just roll
That's my
away.
side pass.
Time Twister. Actually, Peebo is out of the ult now, but Psychovert blinks aggressively, gets killed by Peebo. Nice macro pyre catches him now. Time Twister's going to cop some damage as well, gets stunned up. He will go down. Peebo last alive for OGs and has blink as well, and will be able to reposition with the swashbuckle as well, so we'll get out of there, you would imagine. And so with 2 deaths, 1 buyback, they get 4 kills. It's actually a huge gold swing despite the buyback.
Yeah, they needed it. They needed it big time. They lost a rack. They lost their range racks in the mid
Yeah, I
lane.
think there was a tower in this lane too. So I think that's a tower and a barracks.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
It obviously could be better, but in the situation they're in, they'll absolutely take it.
I think ultimately, if you're fighting behind your buildings, you got to expect one of them to go down. And if only like 2 out of the 3 in that particular lane goes down, I think you're okay, because it gives you something to defend the next time. You can still defend this high ground with one building here. You have something else to hide behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something else they have to take, or they feel like they have to take.
And
Or they can choose a different lane where they also have stuff to take, right? So you've not lost a full lane where they can try and like do this smoke up through or anything like that. So you kind of feel a bit more
makes it-
secure.
I think as well, it makes it difficult for the mindset of OGs. Like, they know they haven't got all those buildings in that lane, so they've got to go back there and do the same again. And that's, what, the 3rd time they've tried that now, and it's not gone well for them.
Yeah.
So,
They smoke up outside. I think they want to try and pick somebody off beforehand, but they're going to run 4v5 into FGF. But FGF will not see it coming. Falcus will get caught out on the front
Falcus
and
is
gets
gonna
instantly
die.
silenced
So
and
quick.
killed. 77 seconds. That is a dieback on Falcus, remember, who's not there. They will manage to get Quap up to the high ground, who
out.
will now TP out. And, oh, they do catch the Monkey King. They find him. That's huge.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a bold TP. I wonder whether Vidicus
Nearly
thought there
came
might
off.
be a fight again, and so went more aggressively when he could have hopped away towards his base. And does go down in the end, and now they will have no Falcus, no Vidi, and this just allows them to get that building we were so talking up for all that time.
Yeah, that's kind of free now. I don't know why there's no backdoor protection as well. There's no creeps in the base, but
They flip it up. All the same.
it's glyphed.
Now
Definitely going to go down.
Yeah,
Got
CK
30
pops
seconds.
as well. And they bring in Psycho as well. Pops the BKB, and now will ult, which Larry takes all the damage from, gets boxed up by Vi. And so we'll be able to walk away, and there's Armlet toggling the rest of the damage off. Nice, onto Flow Zone, does get the Macropyre off as well, but they will just ignore it. Flow Zone barely taking any damage from that at all. And they've had such a struggle getting high ground, and I think that's what they were waiting for all that time with the Aegis. They were hoping someone would come out the base, and this time
They needed that pick off
they
before
got
they
that
went in.
pick off before they went in. Yeah, they'd had 2 fights where they went high ground and they lost 4 or 5 each time, and now it's that pick off that's allowed them to clear up those 2 lanes of racks that gave them trouble in the previous 2 outings. And only 1 remains for FGF.
Yeah, this
Advantage is-
ward is right on the edge of the vision range. So this one's not in vision either. That's great warding from OGs. Real nice. They do see Larry. Jaws come out.
Yeah. And they
Damage,
can
there
secure
is.
it, and they also get the damage. That's real nice teamwork there to make sure they get damage.
Okay, that's
Onto,
some tips.
onto Monkey King. That's he's only got 10. That's the first Monkey King damage that managed to be acquired. Quap also up to
himself
25 now as well.
Got for 25. Nice. Nice. Careful here. There's 2 of them.
Yeah, Psycho needs to be careful. It does have the BKB, but actually, or as the ult is taunted
There's lots
by
of
the Pango.
lots of spells being attempted to be thrown out here.
I think people are realizing they don't really want to do this right about now. Roshan obviously alive. I wonder if they just checked it. They are in the area. Probably setting up, yet dewarding will now likely move towards the Roshan, the next objective.
Is the logical next step.
And that's a smoke up. Was it already used? Looks like it was already used before. They had already previously been smoked. They will know for sure this time because of the roar. And actually OG's not really sure if they want to do it now. They have that vision to cover where FGF... Oh no, it's just
I was
sentries.
getting tagged with dagger, so they knew they were up there.
They do have good team fight as well in this Monkey King, Jakiro, Quap.
And you got to think if you're an FGF, you can't let them have this rush
No.
because that is so hard.
As they go back in,
Yeah.
and they smoke
Smoking
up.
now.
Quap. Quap must know they're in.
Loading up the ult.
Yep. Blows
Down.
a Quap ult, and now they blink in. They want to try and get a duel off. They get Vi, but it's not before he gets his ult off. But they all BKB'd, and the duel is won. So that is Vi down, and they're so low on all of the heroes on OGs, but they managed to take down Falcus, and now the swap out as well. Larry will be able to live. Granted, the gift of life by his vengeful spirit. But that actually allows FGF to get the Roche. There's another swing of gold.
Great for FGF. Yeah, the Quap ult to initiate was an interesting choice, I thought, but it kind of forced everyone out, and the fact that the rest of FGF was on the other side meant that the Monkey King had a chance to get the ult out. He got a nice duel quickly.
Yeah,
Vi has been an absolute nuisance in these fights, so getting him killed was lovely. Yeah, just the amount of damage that was coming out from the Monkey King ult. Has he got a new item or something, or is it just managed to stand his ground a bit more?
Maybe just the first opportunity he's had with the BKB as well to I think he already had the BKB anyway, but I mean just to get a full
Stand and fight a bit.
Yeah, full ult just in the middle with multiple heroes coughing the damage as well.
Yeah, really nice. And that is a fight they definitely needed. It gives them what 4 minutes now of freedom, because OGs aren't going to want to fight into an Aegis.
And it's
They keep
starting.
losing these fights without it.
It's starting to turn of the net worth as well. They're only down. They're down to a 9k lead. But
FGF still not in a great position. They've obviously lost 2 lanes. Need to be careful now on Psychopathy doesn't get caught out here.
yeah, it does have Falcus nearby, but no Monkey King to assist either.
Vi now dewarding. Psychobert's going to go in.
Let's dagger off, but
Give each other the goose a bit. Now what does Time Twister want?
a little stun bounce.
Some more goosing across this middle river.
Regen Rune in the top lane. Psychovert obviously with the full health, full mana denies it. Bottle in the backpack for the Aegis. So FGF do have the Aegis to think about as well. How they can get the most use out of that, or whether to just have it in reserve to catch up on farm.
Now, thoughts on Psychovert's refresher that they've got queued up?
Does this not have like a 35? Oh, they're
Larry?
gonna find Larry. He's walked up the high ground. He's gonna get jeweled up and he's gonna get ulted. And as I was looking at the Quaff ult, it is only on a 35-second cooldown. My guess.
But the amount of damage it does.
Yeah,
Dropped twice.
I would actually suggest potentially that the refresher is more for the BKB.
Potentially, yes. Yes, that's true.
You have double the BKB. It's already at 7 seconds, right? So when it's down to 6, you get 12 seconds with the refresher as well, every however long. Plus the ult is nice too, right? You got nice spells, but they have such low cooldowns. I feel like it's not really worth it for that. So my thought is the theory behind it is going to be the BKB, but I may be wrong.
I think that makes
Chat
sense. I think that makes sense.
Chat may correct me on that one.
Well, it's both, isn't it? It's you get both. so
And they can now go in. FGF are emboldened. They're going to go in aggressively. They're going to drop the ult again. It's a nice box which will slow down this kill, but he does eventually go down, and they do get the ult. Psychovert is running up aggressively, but does have the Aegis, remember, so will come back alive. He's going to eat almost a full boat here. No Ags, so it will only come once, and now blinks away. Still has the Aegis, remember. Falcus is in deep now. Need to be careful as this fight is getting more and more fractured. Vidicus runs outside of his ult, but now will dip back in. Peebo causing some havoc on the back lines, but is in big trouble. Gets frozen up. Dead. Nice ice path to trap him in. He's dead for 90 seconds. They don't have any buybacks. Yeah, the Aegis is down, but Larry's in big trouble, trapped outside the base. Nice route again from the Dark Willow. And gets the BKB off. Oh, the miss. It's a whiff on the crop ult. They say you always get one, but and it looks like Vidicus cleaning up the double kill, gets Larry as well. Psychovert blinking in aggressively, will clean up Vi. He needs to be careful he doesn't get killed by Flowzone, of course.
Yeah, he's got enough now, though.
I think they do have enough damage, and the Ogre Steel Totem will get Flowzone back up into the base. They need to take some objectives. They have not really breached the tier 2s, and they were already diving tier 3s.
Yeah, they're only going to be able to go the mid lane because the other lane haven't got the tier 2 yet. They've got creeps pushing their towers, their tier 4s in the base, but Dark Willow's going back to try and rescue that. Oh my goodness, this is turning around mighty fine.
And it's super even in kills and in net worth now as well. And Monkey King and Quap have overtaken Pango now and are not that far behind Flowzone, who's had the game. And even Gaben is favouring them.
Oh my goodness!
It's not fully favouring them, but it's favouring them more. All the graphs dipping in the right direction for FGF at the present moment. That was a really nice fight, and using the Aegis really well too. Using the
only issue I see with this at the moment is Timorous Prawn is struggling with these creeps in the base.
Yeah, they've sent
Falcus has come back now. Okay, they're just going to chill out. They got the other tier 2.
Yeah,
OG's now spoken up.
They've also evened it up in the mid lane, right? So now they only really need to focus on... That should balance itself out eventually. Obviously, they will each team push it in, but it shouldn't be any worse than previously. It should be better now that they've got the lane of racks opposite. So what they really need to do now is to even up this bottom lane as well. And then they don't have to worry about it so much either. And I think that's why... ultimately when they were in the top lane, they could have carried this push on, but it's actually better to just come back here, take the farm that's available, and push this round and try and even this up.
And there's creeps in the secret shop waiting to get the items. I think Quap is going for this refresher now, so
He needs to be careful they don't.
Flowzone running straight to the secret shop. Interesting. If you're not listening, Flowzone.
As the courier will get away. Ogre's totem will not, unfortunately, bring him into range. So it looks like OGs actually are going to try and put the pressure on themselves. The net worth lead is now less than 1k in advance of OGs.
There is no net worth lead on either team. But the top lane's getting pushed in.
Football, horse racing, rugby, cricket.
Yeah, double Daedalus for Kunkka, by the way. I only just noticed. Flowzone.
Oh man! He's going for those crits.
But he is up quite far. Obviously, with the X mark, will be brought back.
Yep.
Seething is, I hate to say it, seething about the double Daedalus in the chat right now. Saying that Flowzone deserves to lose for buying double Daedalus. It's incredible. Falcons will purge off that dagger.
What Timorous Prawn needs to do now is come in and Yule this man.
Yeah.
So that he does not get away with the X. He's going to keep doing it.
And they're going to just slow
Here he
siege
comes.
it. Yeah, here you go. Walk up and Yules him.
Get
Yes!
Yules. There we go.
Now he's trapped in, and now the Monkey King ult will be dropped. It's a nice ult from Vi as well, but I don't think...
out.
Oh, lovely swap as well. Sorry, I missed the target, but they get them anyway. And now the damage comes out onto Larry as well. There's 3 dead from OGs. This push, they're just running out of steam. They've got nothing to get up the high ground. Pango will Ogre Seal blink away, but I feel like they can chase this. The Pango is mobile, but so is the Monkey King. I think he's waiting for him to go and farm a camp. He does.
Is still there as well.
He's gone the wrong way, and now will TP
Oh,
out.
he does
Nice
get the
TP
TP
from Peebo in the end as well.
Right. More objectives then for the FGF.
Yeah, the problem is they've got this bottom lane pushing in again. So they had to go and defend. I think OGs are saving grace here. They had to go and defend this. They made them have to defend the top lane, and that let the bottom lane push back in, where there's still this tier 2 tower pushing everything out.
It's not going to be respawned yet.
But they might.
Yeah, I don't know if they've noticed. These creeps are going to push fast in the bot lane if they get into the base. But,
yeah, I think this middle lane will allow them to take this top lane, and that might at least evens up the number of racks. But yeah, someone will have to go back and deal with that. There is also they are back alive.
But someone does need to go back.
They are almost back alive on the side of OGs, and so need to be careful. 7k advantage now.
Yeah.
For FGF.
Is anyone going to notice? The creeps are running at the tier 4s.
Radiant's middle tower is hanging on by a break.
Is anyone from
anyone
OGs going to
gonna
TP there? And yeah, they glyph the creeps as well. So this will take down these buildings even faster. Ping comes out from Quap.
Quap's gone back. The tower's fallen already.
Yeah.
They missed that.
And no return. Yeah, the creeps got glyphed. So even if someone had gone back, I don't think the tier 4 would have lasted because there's too many creeps and damage.
Yeah, they need to get this bot lane pushed out.
Yeah, it has to be the next objective. I mean, this top tower, like, you can come back to this top lane now. It's damaged already. You don't need to. As the ult is dropped, the refresher is online.
Refresher's online.
So
OGs are storming in. They are
Marcus
not
is going to get caught out here. He's farming the camp. Yep. In fact, they go for the Jakira instead. They find the dagger onto him as well and stun him up. Does have buyback, and they will pop the BKB on Falcus. He is X mark, but he won't come back. And nice brambles to cover Falcus's retreat. That is the BKB down.
I think that's fine for FGF. They'll take the Jackie loss over over Falcus dying there.
Yeah, the problem now for OGs is that they want to try and push this top lane, right? But they can't because the creeps are all the way round. So in forcing FGF to defend that lane, they then pushed it out in counter.
It's going to be a Roche. Going to be a Roche.
I'm on to my second can of Pepsi for the game, so this is.
Oh my goodness!
Well. This could be
this man is gassed up.
This could be a 4 Pepsi series.
And that is really OGs.
Okay, they pop the smoke immediately after the Roche once again, so they will move up into this triangle. and try and finish the game off. They've got one lane of racks to take, both on the side of OGs. And obviously this tier 2 is just forcing this wave back, and this huge wave bottom needs to be dealt with, but this can't get out of the base long enough to push it all the way around and take that tier 2. Not even close to death either.
I think that is maybe an error on that after that last fight. I guess because they were up there already chasing down Peebo, they just went top, but you can't. You need to get this tier 2. Even the tier 2 helps because it means the creeps can get a bit further around before they just get rinsed by a tower.
The good news is that everybody apart from Psychovert has buyback and is only 70 gold away, so we could have literally like a 20 hero fight here by the time the creeps are cleared. As they swap the Dark Willow in, does get the Yules up. And a nice force stuff out as well. Lovely Quap ult as well. Does so much damage onto the backlines. Larry will pop the ult in return now and does have the cheese as well, remember. So the Aegis is on Pango, who's rolling around. Will ignore all of the brambles. Psychovert pops the BKB and now refreshes as well. Gets the ult off again. And we'll have the BKB a second time. On the other side, Falcus is getting a lot of damage. 85 seconds without Falcus. He does have buyback, remember. Now Quap has to pop the BKB the second time. Will come up to the high ground, and Monkey King with the BKB will also retreat. Kunkka very low in the brambles. Ogre Seal totems himself up to safety, and will now TV back. I think he would have died to the dagger if he didn't do that. So that's the reason for getting out as quickly as possible.
He didn't X mark though, so
they could try and take the fight now without him. No buybacks expended just yet. Kunkka didn't actually have buyback by the time we engaged in all of that fighting. Larry is still really low. Must have popped the cheese already. And is also low again. Now gets brave and bold, goes in onto Psychovert again. Doesn't have BKB, so won't be able to stop the stun. But it's a nice Monkey King ult, and Larry is just dead. He's gone. And Pango with the Aegis.
He's going to die twice here.
Yeah, is stuck inside this Monkey King ult. I don't see how they get out. They blink out onto Falcus as well, so Falcus will zone the backline. Oh, he does manage to get out. Peebo managed to get out of that. I do not. The blink out is incredible. And now they're just trying to TP out. OGs need to get out of there. They do eventually retreat. In the meantime, the creeps are pushing the base. They have a problem. The Ancient is going down. In the meanwhile, they're stopping them from TPing. They're relocating. They get the Jakiro on the front lines. So the buybacks are starting to be rung. Falcus had already bought back, and now Ringmaster as well bought back and TP'd in. So we'll now run up. It looks like the base has been... oh, and that's a lovely ult from Vi to trap up. Oh, and they'll bring back Psychovert as well. Oh no, they missed the combo. Yeah, he needs to be really, really careful. They're coming again. And now Monkey King's back in and will save Psychovert's skin, who blinks in aggressively. If he gets Vi, that's a dieback as well. And Kunkka is so unbelievably low. Will eventually go down. And same with Pango on the other side as well. Gets jeweled up. And Vi dieback. They need to retreat for the base once again. But FGF are holding the skin in their teeth. And they're just getting more and more of an advantage. No buyback for the Jakiro for Vi. And the Venge buys out as well. And Falcus, of course. God, there's so much to keep track of in these fights.
Okay, so 2 buybacks apiece. No?
Yeah.
No.
I can't believe Peebo got out of that Monkey King ult with the blink. That's... wow. Fair enough.
Venge doesn't have buyback, but she didn't use it. She's still alive. So 2 buybacks for FGF and 1 for OGs. But it was a dieback on OGs. This is much better in terms of pushing back into the lane. I don't even know what to say about that last fight. So we're just going to move swiftly on because the action is non-stop here. They're pushing all 3 lanes in.
So the Kunkka has no shard, right, and no Ags on Kunkka, by the way.
Oh my goodness, my head is in my hands.
The lack of shard is potentially game losing, as FGF are actually just going to move to the tier 4s. They push in that bottom lane, so they don't have to worry about it at all. And they're going to
have the advantage in the top lane now as well, which is nice. Evens things up.
Is buy back, or we're going to try and take your buildings. Falcus goes in, blinks in, and they will get time to. So that's another duel win and more damage coming as well. And they get Larry. They have to ring the buyback. Surely they don't have it on their supports. There needs to be some. Psychovert mistakenly wants to go for the last racks, but I mean this building is going to go down, and they've just BKB now. And they blink in. Oh, Psychovert gets stunned up on the Pango, but I don't think they're going to stop them hitting the base. And FGF take the dub from the Jaws. They turn the game around. FGF win.
What am I watching? What a game! What an absolute game! Look at that graph.
I've not even exited the game yet.
Look
I just
at
have my
that
head. I
graph.
just have my hands on my head. If I'm honest, um,
Wow. FGF doing the business. Doing the business. Coming back from nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And securing the dub. Oh, I don't know what to do. That was incredible. That was incredible.
that is.
That's the late game team fight we were talking about from FGF. They have it in their locker. It's there. It just needed communication, and it looked like they just switched on. They focused up, and they did it.
They,
did it.
and also what I would say, I feel like they were given the opportunity was also like because they had those 2 fights right where they went up high ground on OGs, and they lost like 5
Yeah.
the first time and 4 the second time.
Yeah.
And I think that is what gave FGF the confidence, because they were like, well, we know if we can defend our high ground. And then they would get
Yeah.
picked off outside the base still, but then they'd hold the high ground. Even when they had no
They could
buildings,
win
they'd hold the
fights,
high
yeah.
ground. And
Yeah.
I mean, look, I feel like
It was very close. They slipped up a couple of times between those 2 team fights, and that I think was OG's opportunity. Well, that really was their last opportunity. Other than that, it was rough. Even with the Aegis push, they died twice.
I think there is something to be said about the Kunkka build. I'm sure in the chat has already been said by Seething. I think was less than complimentary.
Someone is very happy.
Less than complimentary about the build.
Not win.
Listen, it's not what I would have built, but then I am also not a good Kunkka player either, so let's just bear that in mind. But the double crit feels, without, like, at least the shard, I feel would have really helped the team, because you could just reposition heroes. Like, you can pull different heroes out and just isolate them to take them down, which is what I think FGF managed to do really well. Falcus was good at getting in on the backlines towards the end of the game and dueling them, taking down Vi, in time
Same with
twister
Psycho
beforehand.
as well. Some lovely quap ults in that game. Just absolutely stunning. So much damage. What's the damage dealt? 57k damage dealt from Psychovert.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. And I think my other feeling really is that I feel it is such a rough game actually for some, like, Time Twister made some incredible swaps. It's very tough to make some swaps like they did in this game and lose it, because they saved cores so many times, and even set up kills with the swap too. Really good opportunities for kills.
But that's exactly the thing. Like they were swapping them to where Psychovert and Falcus were, because they were sitting on the back lines. They were just swapping them into more heroes, which is no fault of their own. They're doing the right thing. It's just, just great positioning from Psychovert and Falcus there. Great.
Yeah. Well, we need to have a break, because I need to set up the next lobby, but also catch our breath after that. Incredible game 1. FGF have taken it. They've turned it around. So we'll be back in mere moments with game number 2. So don't go anywhere, and see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back to OGs versus FGF. In game one, we had an insane turnaround here as OGs had a remarkable lead, but just couldn't crack the high ground of FGF, or did twice, but not. Unfortunately, the third time was not the charm, and FGF managed to turn it around. Some great team fight and take game number one. We're just waiting for the lads to hop back into the lobby. Understandably wanting a break. I think that game was near on 50 odd minutes, so
Real roller coaster as well. Like
yeah, well worth taking the time to reset after that one. So in the meantime, we can have some yap time, some well-needed yap time.
Let's have a good old yap.
I actually did prepare some bits. I don't know if you you can see the stream or not.
Yeah, I got the stream up. I'll have a little delay, but you crack on and I'll.
So obviously I was going to do this pre-game, so we had a bit of changes now because FGF just won a game, another game, right? But this is what the old table is looking like currently. So FGF actually have one more win there, so they're now 2-5. Obviously they could go 3-5 and tie with us GFG in score. Right after we managed to get a third win out of nowhere, not really sure where it came from.
Second.
Sorry, I had you muted. You can speak now. We can finish as high as second, although
Oh my goodness.
it's reliant on us beating Sit Out and Spherical. I've sort of color coded the potential difficulty of the remaining games for each team. Obviously, OGs, I had FGF in green because they are near the bottom.
Wait, why is ours in red? Is that good?
Well, I don't know if you can notice where Spherical and Sit Out are in the table, Mark, but
No.
they are near the top and we are quite near the bottom, and so
No.
bit of trouble. Interestingly, at the top, GCDD confirmed themselves yesterday in the series against us by taking one game. That they are in the top three, so they are through to the playoffs. OGs, I think, now have a bit of difficulty getting in there because they need to take this game to go 6-6 and hope that FGF, GFG do them a favor as well. Well, we have to. OGs are hoping that we beat both Spherical and Sit Out, but I don't know if that means we overtake them. I haven't done the maths. So there we go.
There's a lot of ifs in there, isn't there?
Exactly. As Time Twister in the lobby is asking how bad the throw was. I feel like they were at like 97 at least. Do you really want to know? So yeah, I mean, there's obviously lots of games still to play, but this is OG's last series potentially, and so they really need to get this win. I think they will struggle to break into that top three. In fact, they won't break into that top three. They already have 6 wins apiece. What am I saying? Without at least a win here, so
yeah, they need it.
OG's fans require another. Require that to happen. I know we're nearly ready to go back into the draft. Let's just wrap through some draft stats real quick. Jakiro, most picked, was picked again in this game. That stat's gone up by 1. Wraith King next. 80% win rate on Wraith King out of 10 games. 8 out of 10 wins. 7 out of 10 wins for Kunkka. That was a loss for him, so that's 11th pick. But 1 less win. What else do we have? We got Drow, the most picked and banned. Been banned 19 times and has a 75% win rate when picked as well, so there's that. Yeah, there you go. Drow Ranger, the most banned, along with Lifestealer, 2 heroes don't like. Pango, interestingly, most banned, didn't win that game actually, so 100% win rate in the bin. Hate to see it. And the final one, the most important one, ignored heroes, not picked or banned. Dark Willow is now gone from that because it has been picked or banned. We've got some great heroes in here, you know. Looking forward to the game where someone picks Meepo, for example. We're looking forward to the sort of Visage game. I can't wait for. So yeah, we're looking good.
Not seen any cares either.
Kez isn't in captain's mode yet, right? I should know that. I've drafted like loads of games, but I don't think he is. So, no Arc Wardens. But anyway, I digress. Are we ready to go to the draft? Is everybody ready?
Looks like we are ready. Let's
Cool.
jump on in this thing.
Oh my god, you're probably echoing there. I've fucked it up
Oh,
somehow.
no.
I really need to. You should be fine now. I really need to sort this shit out because I fucked it. I fucked it so bad. I don't know why. Okay, wait. Can you speak for me?
I can.
Okay.
Live steal is
Chat-
banned straight away.
Chat, are we echoing? Chat.
Dyer's bad.
Live steal
I see a double obnot from Durenbong in the chat.
10
Ah.
I don't know if that's an
seconds
old.
to ban.
Oh no, it's fixed. He said it's fixed.
Good. Thank you guys. This community stream.
How
we'll
about now?
have
How about now? How about now?
to see- Damn.
10 seconds.
You got him. OG's ban lifesteal first up. We do it again, so exactly the same ban as last time. Puck banned first this time as well. Ember Spirit was banned, but not in that order. So Wraith King still available.
Same with Sand King.
Yeah, Sand King also banned. So
Only 10
remains to be seen if
seconds.
any of the further bans.
Oh, let me
10 seconds remain.
right.
Dyer's bad.
Let me do the old prediction.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a quick like mini prediction.
10
I guess you gotta put like a shorter timer on it as
Radiant's bad.
possible. Although, did like OGs listen to the cast or like have the stream on?
10
Because I feel like this
seconds
could
to
influence their picking.
pick. Radiant team pick.
I think 2 minutes fine. We got a flow zone carry, conventional or non-conventional.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're going to be the judge of conventional versus unconventional because I can see how this could become.
I can be.
I mean, we can't win any beans from this, right?
Only 10 seconds.
I can't. I'm not allowed. It
Yeah.
won't let
So
me.
we can't profit from the
5
beans. So
seconds
we
remaining.
will just. I guess you will decide, and then we will.
Dire
We'll go
team
from there.
pick.
Cool. Oracle first up. So OG is going back to what they love and hold dear, and that is Vi on the Oracle. A terrifying prospect, it has to be said, as the Wraith King was also banned, as is the Jakiro, which is what FGF did pick
10
last time,
seconds to
but
pick.
I guess without having the first pick, they thought that
Radiant's bad.
OGs might go that way themselves, and they return with the Shaman in exchange.
Yeah, my determination on conventional or non-conventional is going to be: does it normally play P1?
Right.
If that's where he ends up playing it. So he could do Axe. That would be non-conventional.
Only 10
And
seconds.
that's not a P1 carry. You can't do Axe because it's banned.
I can't see how this doesn't cause an argument in the chat. I'm foreseeing so many ways in which this could cause problems. I love it. This is the carnage we need.
10 seconds.
This is the
I like
carnage we
that you
need.
put the responsibility on me as well. That's
I
fantastic.
decided to do that
5
before
seconds. Hurry,
it
hurry.
got flipped onto me, if I'm honest.
Dire team
As the
pick.
bets are soon to be closing, so make sure you get those in. As the Medusa is taken out once again, as is Bristleback, that was banned last time too. Do you think they're trying to target Larry a bit with these bans? He had to play CK off lane last time, not really, again, not super conventional. Well, I guess it does play there. As they take Tiny,
Yeah.
I think this is a Vidicus Tiny. Sure it's been played before. I'm sure that Psychova might take it mid as well. Good flexibility there.
Picking.
Bloodseeker early pick. Okay. Let's go.
Right.
Dire team pick.
And they're coming thick and fast. Here's the IO. So,
There's the IO.
so
Oh,
now, no. I mean, so this is the IO. So I fear, the prediction's closed. So I think.
I can just delete the prediction.
I think we might have our answer, but we'll wait until it's locked in. We need to wait till it's locked in, guys. We can't And we will start up a prediction as well, of course, for who we think is going to win the game. But some beans may be lost here already. Okay, Bloodseeker IO. Bloodseeker.
I don't even know if that's conventional.
They take the Willow again, and it was really nice in the last game, as well.
No.
I mean, this is a trickier one because you have the Bloodseeker already, right? Who would be the conventional carry. I guess you can put it somewhere else. I don't know how strong that is. I only really ever play a carry, to be honest. I mean, when I used to play it, the reason I have such a high win rate on the hero, so I played it when it was like fucking broken in 2015, 16, 17, or whenever the hell that was. And you just play it mid and you just run at people. And also, like, I was worse at the game then. People didn't know to not run during rupture and silly shit like that. So you can farm a bit with that.
I feel like the Bloodseeker is just such a good laner. You can kind of put him anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like he could probably go mid if you needed to.
Yeah, I mean he does suffer from the same thing that, like, you know, melee, Agi. He's still Agi, right? It's not been made universal or something.
Yeah.
He's like an Agi carry as they take the Centaur, so I won't have to get confused this time between CK and Centaur. They have both. It occurs to me I didn't get any more Pepsi, so I will just go and get another Pepsi now. Oh, we didn't have a Zeus. That's one of the heroes that wasn't picked, I think.
No, surely not. There must have been a Zeus. There must have been.
10 seconds to
Zeus is a good hero, I think.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Sorry, I'm back. Oh, just sprinting down the stairs.
Dials.
Pretty sure.
I'm just panicking about what to pick for this IO. I'm looking up who's voted on what.
I mean, it's not a carry, man.
There's only. Okay.
That's easy.
Okay. If you'd asked me this question, like 5 years ago, it's an easy answer.
Right.
It's non-conventional.
5 seconds remain.
But having been played in TI and winning, and like I've seen a lot of IO carry, like IOP1. At what point does it become conventional?
Well, that's for you to decide.
I know. I'm stressing about it, but luckily there's only 3 people who've actually voted.
I mean, Flowzone has to pick it first too.
He does. He could go for the Bloodseeker. You never know.
So they are sort of saying here in the in the chat that apparently Peebo has been cooking a max Spellamp draft.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And now we have
see.
Spectre, which again
have Spectre.
So this is also like 50. This is also team like a global team. Because you've got like IO Bloodseeker for the Vision if they get low, so you can like reload or Spectre Haunt with the Bloodseeker is really nice. Zeus.
This is the kind of team you come up with when you're high.
5 seconds.
But when you're like drunk and you're like, oh, what would be a good idea?
Yeah.
We have full like global buffed magic damage builds.
Yeah. So what I'm saying now is obviously the IO is a bit up in the air, but I'm saying if we have Bloodseeker or Spectre be Flowzone's hero, that is conventional. Zeus and Oracle
100%.
non-conventional.
Yeah.
And you've got to decide.
IO, PBD.
Yeah. Flowzone in the chat saying Larry has lost it. I guess the draft is technically over, so. And I don't know what information you can really get from us anyway.
It's got to be an off-lane Bloodseeker, right?
I don't know. Is he like the thing is that a Larry hero? I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know.
Can you can't play Spectre mid, can you?
No, no. But
so Spectre's got to be in the safe lane, right?
Yeah. They go Monkey King again. I mean, to be fair, it was effective last time, and the team fight with the Brambles too was crazy.
Worked well.
I wonder if they will switch
Flame
up though.
Twister, Larry Llama in the off lane. It is
Flowzone
an IO.
It's what is this draft? It's Time Twist playing. So is this a support IO and Time Twist is playing carry Spectre? And it does that mean our Beans is just like?
No, he's going the Kritzkrieg facet on IO, so I think it is still an IO carry. I'm going to go non-conventional though. I've fallen on that side of the fence. I think it's non-conventional.
Okay.
There we go. The results are in.
And now we will go for who will win.
Now, who will win?
Yeah, so they did swap as well. Psycho is playing the Monkey King this time. Tiny for Vidicus. I did think they might make that swap. So interesting to see. I mean, they've got... Well, it's a mid Zeus actually into Monkey King.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't think it was... It had to be mid, really, didn't it? But maybe they thought it was mid Bloodseeker, and so Psycho would have had a...
I don't think I'm against the mid-Zeus kicking. I feel like that's all right. Because you got the little leap away if he kind of gets on you. I think it's fine. I think it's going to be good.
I just... This is like a half global team. They have a lot of heal. I don't really...
The thing is, they got Centaur, so they can just run away.
So Time Twist has played a lot of Spectre, is what I'm learning from that screen there.
That is quite a bit of Spectre.
Vidicus last match was Tiny 16-0-13. Okay. Let's
right.
Let's see.
You can run it down for us, and then you're going to tell me who you think is going to win.
Well, the answer to the second question is I don't know, but let's just go through the teams first. We'll start with FGF, who are on the dire side this time. We have Falcus captaining the team on the Centaur. We have Psychover on the Monkey King. We have Juhu on Shaman this time. Vidicus on Tiny, and Timorous Prawn back on the Dark Willow again. And on the other side, we have Can We Remake? Hold on 2 seconds. Peebo is playing Zeus. Larry Llama is playing Bloodseeker. Time Twister is playing Spectre. Flowzone is playing Io, and Vi is playing Oracle. Is that a genuine request to remake? Who knows? You'd imagine they'd follow it up with a bit more information. I imagine it is not a genuine request, as FGF making the aggressive move in with this regen rune, rocketing down the river here. And we've got a serious amount of channel points committed. I see 24, nearly 25k on one of the options before it closes. So
and this one will not be up for debate. There will be one winner. The question is, who is the P1? Because Spectre, I was looking to see who had bought the wards. No, neither of them have bought ward. Spectre has a Quelling Blade, which suggests maybe a carry, and is queuing up a Wraith Band, which is not a carry item. But then Io's gone for the Blades of Attack, which doesn't seem like a support item.
They're both in the off lane. Bloodseeker, Spectre are both in the off lane. Spectre has gone Forsaken, so deals 2 times damage with Desolate. But Spectre's illusions don't have Desolate. So is this offlane Spectre with Larry support Bloodseeker?
Support Bloodseeker?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
This is like
offlane Spectre is a strange one.
And then yeah, you've got the carry IO with Oracle, with Vi on the Oracle. So this top lane is double melee Agi into like tiny Shaman. This doesn't. I don't feel like this feels good. And immediately the clicks from the Shaman, who just does so much damage.
Let's do a lot of damage.
Back. And like I don't know what. This is like this is what happens in a pub game when you both select the offlane and then like lock in within a second of each other, and it's both carries. And you're like, oh fuck, what do we do now? Because the rest of our team is already like picked, and there's only one last pick, and he's got to go mid, and we can't really move. And then you're like, okay, well I guess we'll both have to go there and just like hope for the best. I don't know. I can't take my eyes off of it.
Oh, Peebo gets stuck on the low ground. He tries to leap up.
Oh,
taking some hits.
Oh, Psycho, one more 5 seconds as well.
No, he's not gonna find it.
Although Peebo circling around.
If OGs manage to do this, I think it will be miraculous. I don't think that this should win in the formation that it is.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm not sure if they know what the hell is going on. If you're Time Twister, you're panicking here, I think. This is not where you expect it to be.
I mean, mid lane is going way out of the mid lane as Pivo is being jumped, dived behind tower by Scotteh
this is
as well.
deep.
Oh,
He's not gonna
runs
get
out
it.
of the Jingu just about, so won't have
Now he's
damage
deep.
to- Yeah, he is deep, and Larry's rotated around, doesn't have enough ult, does pop the mango, so will now, but will not land it, and now Pivo needs to be careful, and with the
Yes.
fucking melee attack range, by the way, Pivo goes down, and that's first blood. Psychovert's courier does go down as well. Bloodseeker's fast.
He's not going to be able to run away from a Bloodseeker.
No, but he might get some healing
Does have
out.
the heal.
Oh, survives, and does eventually get the creep
Does,
got him.
Goes to the creep.
The creep got him with the shared
Oh,
gold.
Larry. He's been forced to play this support Bloodseeker. He doesn't even get the kill.
Yeah, Time Twister predictably low on health in the top lane as well. This is a very difficult offlane. I know Larry obviously rotated around, so he would have had a bit of pressure on, but even with Larry there, I don't see... I mean, I guess it is like this support Bloodseeker can just do the spell amp thing, right? If he goes for like that talent,
He can. It's really good.
and he can like
It's
put it
really
on
good
Zeus.
with-
You just put it on Zeus,
with
right?
Flow Zone as well. The old once the spirits come out, it's very good.
And they will get the kill, actually. Vi securing that one onto Falcus in the off
Very
lane,
nice.
and now Timorous Prawn getting some clicks too.
And actually, okay, this is definitely like I said earlier. This is the kind of draft you come up with in a pub when you've had a couple of pints, and you're like, this, like numbers wise, the potential is so high. The potential is so high numbers wise because you have the magic buff from Bloodseeker, right? And you got this flow zone Healy support with a Oracle. Like these guys should just not die. There's so much healing here.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if they take more damage, and they're going to deal way more. So just like numbers wise, it should work, but I don't know if I'm a believer. They have no tank in a normal sense, apart from the fact that they heal each other for like 1 million HP each.
The other thing I feel is they had a problem with the high ground. How do they do that? As Timorous Prawn goes down again to Vi, who again this Oracle. I mean, this was the other thing I was going to say actually. I don't know about
This
the
is
high
gonna
ground
be a
at all.
double kill.
I mean, maybe it's still fine. And a double kill. Falcus goes down as well. They do get a courier of Vi, but they will both perish, and so it's 4-1 already on the side of OGs. They had a problem going high ground. I don't know how this solves it, but what I was going to say is at least, you look at Flow Zone plays a lot of IO, Vi, Oracle, Time Twister clearly with the the hero level plays a lot of Spectre. You've got 3 heroes here that are potentially like, very comfortable for the for OGs as well. Peebo, I'm not sure. Zeus doesn't really feel like the kind of hero for Peebo. More of an aggressive,
Zeus-
like attacking one, but I guess
This
he's
is
just
too hard though.
yeah, he's just all you need is just his Bloodseeker to give you this spell amp, and then I guess you just hope for the best.
Yeah.
The other thing I've kind of noticed is this sort of rotational offlaner that they've been doing here. As they TP Larry in mid lane again, I think he might still perish, although actually Larry's rotation does force the Monkey King away. Peebo needs to still be careful, doesn't really have any mana. And Psychovet will pick up the Invis rune and potentially be able to set up if Peebo doesn't return.
Now
the
they've
pace.
got on Time Twister top,
Yeah.
but no mana for Hex.
But what I noticed is that when Larry was up here on his own farming, actually, Time Twister had TP back to base to get some heal, and they sort of swapped it round. And so, like, Larry was farming, and then Time Twister would came back to lane farming. Larry had gone back to base because he'd taken a load of damage.
Splitting the farm.
Yeah, but I guess they're all technically cores, right? I don't know. Now Larry's mid. So who knows, really? I don't know, man. I'm just saying this is what's happening. This is what's happening. I don't know if it's good. This is just what they're doing.
It is what they're doing. And the bottom lane is working for them. Like the one thing I know.
Oh, Zeus ult
works is
on the middle lane. I guess he is about to go down to the Monkey King, and that will be level 7 for the Monkey King. Larry has nothing to keep Monkey King in that stun, and now might be in trouble himself. Although he does dodge out Psychovert's leap off of the tree.
listen, that scenario when Larry's 6. Very different.
Yeah.
There's no running away.
I mean, it's just a tough lane, I think, for... Like, the Monkey King last pick is great, because it's like...
Yeah.
I don't, like... I guess they probably didn't know who actually was going to go mid. And I'm guessing they were like, well, whoever it is out of the 3 we think it might be, as weird, as wacky as they could be, he'll deal with all of them, so that's fine. It's bottom lane, we're having a bit of engagement going on. Falca's taking some damage onto Vi, and Flowzone as well supporting that too. As top lane, time twister low again, does get hexed up. That will be the only spell cast.
AD on Monkey King.
Yeah, that's gonna be scary for Zeus as well. Still not got the.
Zeus can like poke and prod, but it just doesn't have the mana to do it really.
Yeah.
Yet.
I don't know how effective
much.
Zeus is in the mid lane at the moment. I've seen it used there. Obviously, I feel like we played against it in pubs a few times, but
I mean, I used to really enjoy Zeus mid. It was one of the few heroes I'd play mid. It was always quite good. I think it's much worse since they changed the old Kaya.
Yeah.
And the Null Tally change as well made it a bit worse.
Yeah, they're close to having level
Just
6.
don't have
So
the
Larry has picked up 6 on the Bloodseeker. Tiny also has got it now, but Spectre has Shadow Step Up as well. And so we are...
Okay, going back to my earlier
Tiny's
concern
going in
about...
onto Time Twister, sorry, 2 seconds, Ted, as the Shadow Shaman gets
actually
the
in the
stun
top
out.
lane as well.
Yeah,
In the
that's...
bot lane even.
Oh,
They managed to get the run away. Falca's getting quite low.
sorry, go on.
Yes, I was concerned about the lack of tank on
Yeah.
OGs. They do have... As Vi is diving deep, wants that kill. Not going to get it.
Falcus was also all chat taunting as
Jamin's
well.
coming in.
Shaman
Jamin's
comes in.
in.
And that gives a bit of the lane back to the top lane for OGs as well there.
Yeah, as
Down
they... I'm just looking for...
Although Larry's not there, he's jungling. Or is he stacking? He's stacking.
He's juggling.
He's stacking.
That would be...
Middle lane, they
Seems-
drop the Zeus ult. Is that to try and kill the Centaur bottom? It doesn't kill him. And now he needs to be careful of the brambles. They do manage to dodge
Done with
out.
that earlier, I think.
Oh, Spectre Shadow
Time
Step
Twister's
drawn in, and now the damage from Vi sets up the kill for Time Twister. And now Juhu's on the retreat as well, on the Shaman, gets burst down and hexed. And
more.
will also get
Yes.
secured by Vi. Big damage in the mid lane. It looks like they got Peebo. Larry did come to support and has ulted, or had ulted the Monkey King by the looks of it, but he will now wear off and get out. As we have a pause.
Pause.
Monkey
Monkey
bug.
bug.
So I'm guessing Larry
Is that the
sounds
thing
like-
where you can't see him or something?
Yeah.
He's in the game.
Once again, video games.
They repause and go ready, going without asking. A forfeit, surely.
Video games.
As I think potentially Monkey King might have been able to set up for a kill there, but they did not ask to restart the game. Strike 2 for OGs in that one. First one being in the stream for the draft and asking for build advice from the chat. And number 2, I don't know what happens if you get to 3 strikes. This is their last game of the tournament potentially. Without a win here, they will not be able to progress further.
Right, I'm going to get this point out quick before anything else happens.
Yeah.
The lack of tank, right? They have this IO Oracle as a tank in inverted commas because they just heal so much. But if the Tiny has a good game, the amount of burst they have might be enough just to take them down. Until Flowzone manages to get a heart, which I'm assuming is on the cards at some point in this game, and just gets enough HP, it's going to be tricky, I think, because seems like the Tiny's having a good start.
Yeah, and now chasing down Time Twister as well, who will use the dagger to escape through the trees. It's middle lane, there's a couple of heroes, Monkey King will go in but miss. They get the Rupture out onto the Monkey King, who will continue the chase. If he gets a Jingu off, he might feel a bit better about being there. Does heal up, but then cops quite a bit of damage from Larry. But will just heal up again from the clicks and the kill. Now the Rupture is worn off and Peebo's in a bit of trouble. Doesn't leap down the tree, just hops down instead and will take some more damage. Needs to hit some...
There's only 5 seconds left on Undergoff's Wrath.
And now
he healed up with the stun. Time Twister's in.
I think it ran out actually beforehand. Time Twister coming back in, but now will haunt back out.
Need enough mana for the ult, but he doesn't have it. The 100 mana off. He doesn't need health, he needs mana.
Yeah.
He needs mana for the ult.
Don't think it kills him anyway now. Definitely would have. As I saw some mangoes being shipped out. Vi is looking because he wants to burst him down so that the Zeus ult can come out. Still not enough mana for it, but the mana boost will be up in 3 seconds, so maybe they were looking for that extra burst as the sound comes out as well. I do like that game plan because you got the burst from Vi to set up to a Shadow Step, to set up to a Zeus ult. Bloodseeker will be able to give vision of them. Gets the Rupture out again onto the Monkey King, which is nice, but we'll just get a Jingu off, and now we'll turn and slap Larry, and Larry will go down again. Psychovert dominating already, 13 minutes in, and this could be another kill as Peebo goes down. Attack range, by the way, and this will be a third. You would imagine as well. Dark Willow running in for good measure too, and he does get the ult off on Vi, but you'd be surprised if he managed to out-heal this damage. Did actually survive it. I guess Monkey King's stopping because he wants that triple kill, doesn't want it to go to the way of any of the other supports, and gets the free kill streak as well. And they take him down. And that puts FGF back into the lead, and now the Snake's dropped on the town, we'll push that down.
That's some good fighting. This is pressure on the mid tower now. People are doing some solid damage there.
Structures are fortified.
Oracle coming back into the mid lane, but FGF are out of there.
Top tower is under siege.
Yeah, Peebo's still really low, and I think Monkey King with his haste rune, if he finds him, this is a definite
Get
kill.
healed up. Oh no, he's hiding as a tree.
Yeah, now
Vi
has been discovered. Does get the disarm off as well, that is nice. And there's 3 bounty runes there. And they do actually get the kill onto Vi, get the triple bounty runes, and all it cost was a stampede.
Okay. FGF making it happen.
I am concerned that this game will get out of hand too fast for this pick-off draft to be worth it. Because do they ever get low? You know when they when the team is in the lead and they squeeze the map, right, and you can't see them, but you know that they're like farming all of the camps and everything.
Yeah.
They never get low.
All too well, I know that feeling.
Yeah. They never get low because they're like tanky as hell and they're farming camps for a reason. They're in the lead for that exact reason. So who are you going to pick off? Meanwhile, Time Twister picked up behind the tower. Larry was there, but I don't think there was anything he could do about it. So that's Rupture up.
It was a 2v1.
Now there's a Monkey King here. Now Larry is in big trouble again. He's going to get stunned. Slowed up by the Monkey King leap. Now stunned up. And just kill before any reply can come out. Vi did rotate in, but nothing you can really do about it. Now Tiny will do some bursting. They ring the tips onto Larry as well. Falcus following that one up as well. And Vi will get away and get the heal off onto himself as well.
Right.
But I feel like they're going to run out of time. If FGF just keep running as they are, because it's not like they lack push either. They have good push, they have good wave clear. They can squeeze the map really, really fast here. And I don't know how OGs can execute this draft from that point.
Blowzone has some decent farm. He's keeping pace with...
Larry's going to die again here. If Scotteh is going to go back in again, gets the 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks off, stuns, and
It's just so
Larry
easy.
is gliding his way back to base, lives on 17 HP, and now Time Twister rotates in with the Shadow Step, but there's no follow-up, there's no Larry.
Let's have the Blade Mail on Time Twister now.
What can they really do with it?
Yeah, Flowzone's got some decent farm, but still a long way off that Ags, which is needed to be in these fights, I think. Yeah. I guess they got plenty of damage. Debo's in deep.
Valkus does miss the stun, but now the Stampede will come out, and Thebo is in big trouble. Hops up, can't even really get out to the high ground. Gets the ult off, but that doesn't even kill Centaur. Eventually goes down to Vi, but Vi also perishes on the other side to the Shadow Shaman. Now the Monkey King's ult is out, and Time Twister is in big trouble, getting feared up, which is unfortunately taking him away from the Monkey King ult, but a nice idea all the same. And yeah, 6k advantage. We're less than 20 minutes in. The graph is only going one way.
I mean, we said this last game. It is a very similar position, but the opposite way around. I think.
But do they have the heroes to defend high ground here?
This is the problem.
You're
now looking to your like in the last game. They looked to their carry to make the difference and to bring them back into this game. And who are OGs looking at to bring them back into this game? An IO.
Yeah.
Which, as we've determined, is a non-conventional carry.
Very important. Very important to keep stating that for your own defensive purposes. As they could actually get the Shadow Shaman here if he's not careful. The ball's actually almost hitting. One more. He's not quite in range because he gets stunned. And now IO does actually pick up the kill due, but it will also pop. That IO disintegrated very fast after the Oracle ult wore off, and so that kind of goes against the theory that these two heroes with their healing can live your team, but they didn't have the rest of the team to be distracting them from that process, so there is that as well.
Yes.
But it will be a free tier 2, and this push is, you know, they push very quickly for FGF. Did quite a lot of damage.
Yeah. We also haven't seen, unless I'm mistaken, the actual combo of this, like the intended combo of this team with the Bloodseeker spell amp.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that yet.
It's because Larry is level 9.
He's only got 2 points into the Blood Rage.
Yeah, but also he's level 9. So he's not even got the extra amp from the 15% from level 10. So if that is the plan, not only, you're right, I'm guessing the support build should probably, like, I don't know what you take a point out of. The blood rate is so good.
Never played support Bloodseeker before. Time Twister are going to get caught out on their own.
Scotteh once again being a nuisance in the trees and hiding out, and Time Twister is duking it out, but will be in the trees here, and yeah, it does get found by the Monkey King eventually and will get killed. Goes down very quickly. Dies incredibly quickly, and OGs now.
You gotta say, this feels a lot different to the last game as well. FGF look like they are wanting this and in control, not wavering at all, getting all these pickoffs. And they're gonna eye up the high ground now.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you could probably say they should get is Roche, but because he's bottom,
IO still...
He's quite far away.
There's only 100 gold off the Ags on IO. This could be a crucial timing if he can get that gold, get to the secret shop,
nice
and
glyph.
TP back to
3
the
HP.
3 HP
That is a remarkable glyph. It has to be said. They disarm the Centaur, but Tiny can still walk up. They get a nice Zeus ult out. I think that's with the combo, because that did a lot of damage. The Psychovert does eventually go down. They stampede away. I think they used the combo. Because that Zeus ult did probably more than it should at that particular juncture, and the IO actually is pushing in this bottom lane. So they lost their mid, and they push. Is this the way back in? They're actually going to find Tiny as well. Vidicus is in trouble here.
This could be a huge pick-off.
And yeah, they will get Vidicus as well on the retreat. So that's 2 kills.
Okay.
This is a huge turnaround for OGs. they lost the tier 3, sure, but they put some pressure and good damage on this tier 2. The rest of the team rotated out, and Tiny was left behind. And that's the one guy you don't want to leave behind. Does have the Shadow Blade, but again, that's not going to be a factor if he's low, and Bloodseeker can still see him.
Have a little peruse at the old XP graph for me, if you don't mind.
Oh my god.
It's quite a change.
You know, we were saying about Larry getting level 10 and then leveling the plus 15% Blood Rage spell amp.
He's just skipped level 10.
Yeah, he's just got the extra 2 points in the blood Rage, which I guess is fair. You probably want to get it after you've got that, but actually no, you want to pick it up whenever, right? If you are going for the spell amp build, it's only 5% increase of time. You get 15%, which is more value than putting another level into it. Am I wrong? I guess the attack speed is lower and the cooldown is higher.
Cooldown is lower.
It has to, yeah, the cooldown is lower. So if you don't do it, I guess the cooldown is still. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I think actually the thing about it is the Spectre is still like got that late game capability too, right?
Yes.
And so you've still got that in the pocket as well. It's farming. Oh, I need to change over. IO is way ahead on CS, by the way. IO is in the lead net worth.
Well now.
Yeah.
With the Ags online, making it happen.
It's really the Spectre that is the lowest like net worth core, and is the one that once it gets the items will be able to actually have a bit more of a game impact. But,
yeah, my concern is that the IO is making it happen without being in any of these fights. Like, they are not in the fights, they're just split pushing and doing it that way.
Smoke up and Stampede. An interesting time to use the Stampede early. They were using it to enhance their smoke, to move faster. They're going to catch the IO out. Flowzone is in the middle of them now. They've wrapped around from the bottom. But the Monkey King ult is out.
All the stuns missed.
Yeah, Flowzone is just going to walk away and now tether to the Spectre. So, yeah, Monkey King ult down. And they dodged that fight on the side of OGs as well.
It's a good escape. Great escape, in fact. And the gold advantage is basically back to nothing. Only 2k. We are being treated to a fantastic series here. I think we should do at the end of the tournament a vote on best series.
Sure.
I think this will be on the list.
We can definitely sort that out. Maybe that's another task I delegate to you if you want.
Yes, sure.
we have time to get gone on, but yeah, we'll be saved up by Vi. Centaur taking a lot of damage, but now the snakes are down as well, so this could be another tier 3 going down.
Damage there.
Yeah, they're going to lose another tier 3. Now the ult comes out. I'm guessing that's with the combo again. Not sure. It's kind of hard to tell. I need to really be clicked on Zeus.
Well, he had the IO spell damage buff, but I don't think
they smoked up on the retreat. They're going to catch Time Twister out here. He's on his own.
Llama.
Although actually, yeah, Larry's gone even further deep, and now behind there, Time Twister's getting hexed up as well. So Larry will go down. Get the tips are wrung out again. And Time Twister's in big trouble. Centaur is tanky, but takes quite a bit of damage from these IO balls that are spinning. But now Zeus is down, and OGs, this could actually spell disaster. This could be the end of the game. The Tiny's taking a lot of damage eventually, but Vi is the only man left standing. Time Twister on the other side is getting stunned up constantly by the Shadow Shaman, and this will be a team wipe in the end for no deaths for FGF. They're low. There's nothing to secure the kills, and even Zeus, if he brought back, does not have the ult to potentially finish any of them off. And so. Not the fight that OGs were looking for. I think they thought they were retreated further, but it was a nice smoke up from FGF to bait them out of the base, and now they should be able to take the racks with this as well.
Yeah, it wasn't good losing the llama before the fight began. It was rough. They're going to have to come back from a racks deficit now. Although they're all back alive quite quickly.
Yeah, and they do get the silencers out, so they stay inside the Bloodseeker ult. Is that an urn? That's a mega urn on the Bloodseeker as well. They still haven't taken this last Rax. They slowed down the push because they've actually divided and conquered. They got one Rax in each lane. Now the Haunt comes out. They want to try and take down Falcus, but Time Twister now has to run away. They get the Ravage out. The Rupture is actually out onto the Darkseer. Darkseer? Dark Willow. Christ, I can't say anything. Who tries to TP out and goes down. Now this is a banana running away. There's a banana. Catch that banana. Can they get him? They see him jump up into the trees. He now jumps out down to low ground. They just continue to chase, but now Larry's in full face into the stun. He's so far ahead of his team, he can't get caught up. Now they get a double root off from Vi, but now
Lozo's gone in the back.
Yeah, but the stun is up onto the Spectre. He gets disarmed as well by his own team, and eventually Flowzone will go down as well. They're getting there's trades for all kills. Everyone is getting very, very low, and Zeus has just been at the back here plinking them all. Doesn't have the ult up, so won't be able to secure either of those kills. And with the Stampede, they'll probably get away. Vi just about keeping him alive. Monkey King comes back in with the heal. He'll get his heal off onto Vi. The TP out comes from the Spectre, so we'll get out of there. Peebo, I think, will run out of mana before he can sustain this, so we'll TP back to base.
Dire's bottom tower under fire.
Everybody just goes home. Everybody goes home. Literally everyone is home. They've just gone home. This is like they were playing Ludo. Everyone's got in.
All said and done, is that a 2 for 2?
Yes. Is the answer. And because I guess this is a Bloodseeker P4, that is technically both carries and a support each.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's the Bloodseeker support, yeah. But I think that's, yeah, it's come out better for OGs, being behind and going in. So an even trade is good.
Oh, and yeah, Dark Willow did die at the very start trying to TP out, so yeah, that was actually 3 for 2. Good shout.
Oh yes, yeah, it's just happened so long before anything else. It didn't register on the fight recap.
Oh my god, we're right. So they're going for this high ground push again. Peebo is all the way up. He's got the Refresher Orb.
Okay,
He's got
right,
straight
they need
Refresher Orb.
wait for 30 seconds.
And then they need to put... He's got it. He's got the fucking 15% Blood Rage spell amp. It's happening. He's done it to him. It's too early.
It's on him.
But these creeps should get it. Yep.
So that is... How much do you get? You get 14 from IO, and... How much do you get? 45. Yeah, so... 1.5. 550. Maths, man. So yeah, this is like... What? 1,500 magic damage? With the refresher?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Your math sounded right. I'm just gonna back it.
That's brave. That's brave.
Mostly because I was just listening to you, and I guess I just zoned out while you were adding it up, and so I'm just assuming it was right. So I don't know, man.
Okay, assuming I'm right, which probably I'm not, but we're gonna go with 1,500 damage. That is... It doesn't touch the sides, but the 3k health.
Oh, they go for it. Yes, see, there you go. Timorous Prawn eats it. And I think Shaman only lives because of the foul play,
yeah,
right?
He's got the foul play, so he doesn't die. They see him because of the Bloodseeker.
And now the Spectre can go in and hold back out, hold back out, hold back out. No, he's gonna get stunned up.
How much Spectre has he played?
Where could you get out? I mean, still great because he got no support, so that's no snakes for the push. And now they can just turn and try and get this damage out, but the pipe is up.
Now it's a 4v3.
They get the stun up on the root, and now Vidicus is in. Peebo managed to leap himself away. That was very nice to get out of that. The Monkey King ult is down. Flowzone will just tether himself out, and they rupture up the Monkey King as well, so he can't chase. So you will have
buildings though.
Yeah, but they don't push as fast without the snakes. And Centaur and Tiny do not want to walk up as fast. That is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. And now they're in big trouble because they're all so low. If there was any more Zeus ults, it would be huge. Peebo gets a mega kill streak for more damage. Timorous Prawn is back, but it's all too late. And if they can catch him again, I think they see this. They want this Dark Willow. They get the
they
blood right out.
Gets away,
and yeah, Larry will get that kill in the end. So it's happening. This is the play, and I mean, like I said, the shaman would actually have died as well. But I still think the Spectre needs to just like shadow step back out. Am I wrong about that? I know he got stunned up, but there was a good like couple seconds there.
Yeah, that's what you do.
So
you haunt in and get the kill, haunt out.
Yeah.
But they missed the vital step of haunting out.
Yeah. So.
But
I mean, next time, execution-wise, surely that is the two supports
Yep.
dead. And I mean, if
It's a
the
learning
shaman is
curve.
down, they do not push as fast. And last time they didn't want to. They didn't want to walk up.
I don't know. The tiny does a lot of damage.
Yeah, but the tiny
does
didn't
a lot
want to.
of
Tiny
damage.
didn't really want to walk into the whole team with like the blood right and everything else going on.
No, it's a risky thing, especially now. I don't know. It's just I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. There's a lot of magic damage. There's a lot of magic damage. Spell damage. Which I guess is the whole idea of
Oh
this
my
team.
god, the false promise grants the ally 30% bonus spell damage. Did we factor that in from the Ags?
Oh no. But you wouldn't
I mean, you
wouldn't
might.
do that on the you wouldn't do
They're
that
going to try
on
and
the
get Peebo. Peebo's getting gone on, but now gets disarmed, and Psychovert's in big
Psychovert's
trouble.
getting
And now the ult
gone
comes
on.
out. Don't even need the Bloodseeker. It's put on after the fact. They didn't even need it. Psychovert has gone
Okay.
down, and that's the Monkey King down. And now you're starting to swing the gold back. Oh, the grass, man. What's going on? Game. FGF still have a 77% win probability. They've got racks, but can they get this game over the line? With this and the Nimbus as well now. The refresher is back. They need to wait 100 seconds for Thunder God's Wrath if they want to do this combo again.
I'm lost in the sauce. I'm
But I think, but yeah, this false promise will give, and then you got the shard as well now on Vi. But yeah, the Ags first.
Why is this working?
That's got the 30 ally bonus, 30% bonus spell damage.
Why is this working?
So I guess even if you use the false promise and suboptimal time, they decide that
Time Twist has gone on in their own.
Yeah.
Can they hold back?
Yes, they got
Figured it
out.
out.
They got out.
Yes, Time Twister. Go on. That's nice.
Okay.
And that's going to be a tier 2 down.
Yeah. And look, they're pushing faster
Progress.
than I anticipated as well. It's not the fastest I've ever seen. It's definitely not as fast as FGF, but it is still doable. But like
That's
trying
tiny
to get
for
a win condition in this game. I mean, if this combo
FGF
is back up,
running down the bot lane.
yeah, I mean this is
Gonna
the
force
last
them
building
back.
they need to get. Yeah, they will try and force them back because it's only going to be a tier 2.
You don't want to fight. Fine. We'll
They
just
will
hit your
see these
buildings.
people back. I think.
And Vidi will do it quickly.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, they take that tower, and now the nice disarm actually from Vi, who stops the damage with the Rain of Destiny out as well, and now he will heal himself up and cast the ult on himself. Falcons is taking quite a bit of damage to the front line. They are trying to hit the buildings, but they're not really doing that much damage
Evo's
anymore.
doing a lot.
Yeah, and the zoning, flow zone as well was on the back lines there too. Falcons is going to try and TP out. The
TP's
balls will not quite do enough. And obviously with the rupture, he does manage to get away. And Peebo's dead,
Vidi.
needs to buy back. And now Time Twister as well is in big trouble. Bloodseeker is really fast, by the way, because of how low some of the heroes are on the dire side. Now the double ult comes out, and there they go.
suddenly three dead.
Three dead from nowhere. The Dark Willow's like, where's my friends? They've all gone. They're all dead. And they turn it around again. Oh geez, once again they lose a barracks, they lose a building, but they take 4 and hold with the damage.
I've got to be one of the most value buybacks on Zeus. What the heck? Zeus dealing 10,000 damage in that fight. That's half their damage just from Zeus. I wish it would tell me how much was dealt by Thunder God's Wrath. Goodness gracious me. And that's yet more time. They have 1 rack in each lane left.
Falcus was so low and made the Bloodseeker so fast, and even when he TV'd back to base, the Tiny got so low.
Yeah.
And I guess the Zeus,
It
the
took
Zeus,
both ults to get Tiny, even though he was on low health, but they did get him.
yeah, the Zeus dying actually, the buyback meant that he came back when everyone else was low, because they had to get them low, because they weren't just going to do the play off the bat, so they waited. ran it.
Right, Vidi coming in.
Yeah, he wants one.
something.
He wants one. Monkey King as well is in the area. The smoke will instantly break, so
Yeah, they know they're there.
Vi will
They know
know.
they're being watched.
Correctly identify the tree that they are on.
Courier's desperately ferrying out items.
Yeah, and they will rotate back to this top lane.
Vidi's-
Will they catch
Vidi-
anybody on the
Vidi doesn't
retreat
have a
though?
blink.
They've smoked up. They're going to
They're
catch.
all there.
Yeah, and there's no Spectre. And
Vi's
Vi's
going.
in big trouble.
Vi's
Gets
dead.
stunned up as well. And Io's in big trouble too. There's
Vi's
no tether target, and will get stunned up as well. They do haunt in, so they go in onto the back lines, but now Time Twister's in big
too
trouble,
late.
and now we'll haunt back out.
Yeah.
We'll take the
that's
stun over
Flo
here.
Dead for 60. No buyback.
Yeah. So that's one part of your
No
spell amp
buyback.
down, and they will just run down this bottom lane. But the lead, the gold lead is.
What is this? What are we watching?
I don't know. They're going to walk up and walk straight for the buildings. The backdoor protection is still there though, so they can't actually take it
Great
right now.
stun from you.
Yeah.
Onto
and
Peebo.
they do secure Peebo on the back lines. He does have the blood right on, but they don't. Can they take this through backdoor? I don't know if they can. The creeps are still a little while away, so Vi will definitely be back in that time, and it's only 30 seconds to Io as well. Centaur TP's out. Actually, no, cancels the TP and
Cancels.
stands because the stands stays there because of the Monkey King ult
need to go
covering.
anywhere.
But now they will get the Rax no glyphed up again. So the Roots and the Monkey King ults, Vi needs to be careful with taking quite a lot of damage here. They will now pop some of the combo that would have killed the...
Monkey, Bloodseeker sees them all.
Yeah,
He's gonna be fast.
he was actually ignoring...
Io's in.
He was ignoring Juhu because he was making him fast and wanted him to continue the chase. That is 2 dead without buyback for FGF now. And he sees the Monkey King is low enough as well that he sees him as well. So he's just going to keep the chase going. I don't know if Bloodseeker, because he's on his own, whether he can sustain
know if
it.
he does
Now
anything.
he uses the Spirit Vessel too.
There's no shadow step.
Oh,
Gonna get away.
gonna get away, but they're 2 dead without buyback. It's a 4k lead now for OGs. They're into the lead. Gaben still doesn't believe because of probably the lack of buildings, but they're into the
hang
net
on.
worth advantage.
How does a bottled AD rune factor into this?
Oh Jesus!
Structures are fortified.
Oh Jesus! Oh jeez, if you will.
We got 120 seconds on the refresher, so not gonna be able to use it just yet.
And then, looks like they're baiting with the Monkey King. That is not the real one, and it will take quite a lot of damage very quickly. And OG's back in it, and they are doing well to push out these side lanes. Obviously, Spectre has the benefit of being able to rotate really quickly, and has the heart online as well. So 3k HP. That's your tank I think you were looking for. I'm not sure that's maybe the optimal, but I guess if you're playing off-lane Spectre, I don't really know what the build is, if I'm honest. But hey,
I don't think there is a standard build for offlane Spectre, but I think Heart is good. Got the Diffusal Blade queued up next. Interesting choice. Need the slow, perhaps. Right, Vidi in behind. I don't think they see him. What happens now? I've given up predicting what is going to happen. What teams should be doing? No one's tried to do Roche, and we're 40 minutes into the game.
I think that might be what's next. The double damage is now popped, so I think that was just forced rather than the because the bottle would timed out at a certain point. But it is both up in 30 seconds, so they may be able to get the amp. Bloodseekers are going.
It'll run out before then, surely.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate that it didn't quite last long enough. We'll use it to farm.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. They'd have to just use it straight off cooldown. I'm not sure if it's the best thing, but
They smoke up on FGF once again. Yeah, they got 10 seconds, so yeah, I think it will expire. But they do have Octarine Core as well, so the cooldown reductions are also now reduced. Yeah, it will instantly run out. They do see they put the false promise on. They drop both ults. Does anybody die? No, but they scout that they're in Roshan. Everybody lives this time.
I get nothing for that.
The
as
Dark
well.
Willow was smoked up. Is that why it didn't pop?
Yeah, it doesn't provide. It only deals damage if you have vision on them. So,
And so that's the load is blown for another 120 seconds. Obviously, you do have the Octarine core now as well to factor in. But yeah, so it did scout them doing Roshan. But I don't think they can contest without the combo back up. So maybe you just have to be perma smoked on the side of on the supports of FGF.
Always smoked. Yeah, that's not a good use of that combo. Not at all.
No.
That could be disaster. That was like the key element in every fight that's gone their way has been that ult. So this could be rather tricky now.
And they now have 2 lives on Tiny as well to factor that in.
Yeah, that's going to cause more issues. This Tiny hits like a blooming truck. Believe has Daedalus coming in. Oh no, got your heart? What is this? Oh no, Satanic, sorry. Satanic is online.
In the backpack. Save
In the
it
backpack.
For
Who
when
needs
the
it?
Aegis goes down.
Back. Pushing out this bot lane, there's nothing left to get in there other than kills.
Yeah, kills that probably open up the game if you can get the combo down. I mean, we should probably take a glance at the buyback status. OG's lacking. Zeus is back off cooldown now, as is Spectres, but they both do not have the gold. Zeus is very far away. Larry also with no buyback. So needs to be very careful. Tiny, I think, wants this. I think Vidi wants to jump on the Spectre there, but decides against it.
Yeah. Any misstep at this point for OGs is game over, I think. The speed of which Tiny hits buildings. They're going to be against Megas. I think into Megas is not... I don't think it's doable for this lineup.
Alright, the Refresher is back off cooldown.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, along with the Thunder God's Wrath. So
Okay.
the combo is back up, although they already initiated onto Time Twisters. There's not much time to set up either. So Time
Gonna need
Twister
to
is
save.
in. Yeah, he's going to need some kind of saving, but they don't
They
want
get
to
the
drop
save.
it yet. And now the Bloodseeker, Bloodright is on to Peebo. And Vi is going to go down
Oracle
with the
down.
ult cast onto Time Twister. So yeah, Time Twister will get away. But now the damage comes out from the balls. And takes down the Dark Willow. They do clean out the last one. Now it's the ult time, so the Shaman will go, well, won't go down because of the foul play, but is very, very low. This makes Larry incredibly fast, which allows him to escape from the Tiny. And now on the other side, he's got the ult out onto.
Buyback on Oracle? Not
Yeah.
quite.
So Monkey King actually goes down, and what they managed to do is delay the Tiny death as long as possible. And now he has no team. He had Aegis, and he was low for the longest time, but they ignored him in favor of killing somebody else. And OGs once again hold. The snakes have dropped in a very strange position. Not sure how the Shaman managed to get them in.
I'll tell you exactly what happened there. Vi got very low and escaped past the towers. Yuhu was also low, following the Zeus ults, but saw Vi low, decided to blink in, pop the snakes down and try and stun up, but then just died to the tower, I think, which meant Vi could get away. So yeah, Yuhu not quite pulling that one off.
They do have a
That would
Monkey
have been
King
huge.
buyback.
That would
They
have been a dieback on the Oracle,
have
so
no
it would have been
Tiny
worth
for 50
it.
seconds either. And now they will click the
And
base.
push particularly quickly. The glyph. They can stay there because they got the healing.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
This is not a fast push.
No, but still no Tiny for 30 seconds, and you would imagine they would have bought back on him by now if they had it, but they don't. Still quite a lot of gold away on both the... Yeah, and Monkey
They're
King
back.
also buys out. Yeah, they back now.
They've got what they can. They don't want to stick around.
I mean, they're only 35 seconds away from the combo being back up again.
Yeah.
And so...
Monkey King coming in. Psychovert. Playing aggressive, looking for a pick-off. Does have the BKB. This is a wild game.
Yeah, we're up to
I did
45
not
minutes,
think
and
I would see anything like this today.
Gaben still does not believe. We've got lightning hands on Zeus now as well. The Shard.
It's still rough. Well, they got one rack left.
Yeah, so they're pushing out
think-
this top lane for this exact reason, I think.
I think FGF just need to get their tiny in, BK beat with the creeps.
Right, they smoke up again. I
Tiny
think
doesn't have
they
BKB.
saw that these guys were pushing top, and they're going to make this aggressive move over. This could...
They're gonna find them. Gonna find them.
The ball's out. There's Monkey King. They're going to walk straight into it.
Uh-oh.
They get the silence out onto the Io straight away. Now the Stampede comes out immediately. The Io's healing is huge though, and Spectre can come in too. And I think... is Pivo out? Yeah, he TP'd straight back to base, so it will now drop the ult from base. So that is what gets the two supports, but Time Twister is in big trouble, but now they can rotate back in and save. Flowzone was the only casualty so far, but does have buyback, but the two supports are already dead on FGF as well. And now OGs will pop the ult. So yeah, Peebo looks like TP'd immediately back to base to get out of there. Obviously leaving Flowzone for dead, but allowed him to go back to base. Larry could then give him the combo, and they got both supports as a consequence. And they got Time Twister back out after the Shadow Step too. But now they will walk up and try and wail on this this last barracks. Because Tiny will take it very quickly. But yeah, he is afraid of the damage from the Zeus. Let's have the combo back up though, but with the Lightning Hands and the Zaps as well.
The Lightning Hands is pretty nasty,
still do a lot of damage.
Oh, the Lightning Hands with the attack speed and the lamp. It's like triple damage.
Spectre has a butterfly now too, so will survive a bit more of the Tiny's aggression. I do have all buybacks on FGF though, so if OGs win another fight and try to push that mid like they did last time, they will ring the buybacks, you would imagine, to try and win the game.
How far off do you think OGs are from being able to win into Mega Creeps? Because I think at this point, Mega Creeps is inevitable now.
Yeah, I don't think I feel like they can deal with it. They've got like such a 10k advantage. The Zeus as well, and the Spectre being online. I feel like they can deal with it.
But they don't have enough. So they can stop it from killing them. But do they ever get out of the base to push? They push so slowly.
Is there a certain point where you just need like your Bloodseeker, like, I don't know, like do you not actually care at a certain point because your Zeus can just stay in the base because he just every 120 seconds he drops his double ult to kill whoever the rest of you are fighting, and then you just keep going. I think as now Time Twister will get gone on. The Blade Mails are out all round. The Butterfly obviously saving some of that damage too. It's huge. Now
so much damage, so little damage taken.
There are creeps in the top lane, and it looks like FGF are trying to approach from a different vector. They will make the Bloodseeker run back to base, but Falcus has copied quite a bit of damage here. If they can get him low, the Bloodseeker will be very, very fast. It doesn't quite. Now we'll heal up. He does have the heart as well. Spectre is back in again. Now the Monkey King ult is dropped, but they will get a silence out onto the Tiny, which is quite nice.
Online.
And yeah, the Blade Mail is back on. The Centaur ult comes out, and now it looks like Tiny's going to go in. It's going to go huge. Io is just trying to heal them up. I lag out because of the Monkey King ult, and now the double ult comes out, and that's Tiny down. That's Dark Willow down. That's the Monkey King down, and that is Shadow Shaman down as well. Falcus is the last man standing, the man with the most life, and they all die.
They relocate, but Falcus TPs. What the heck is going on?
And now an arcane rune.
If only they had that before. Been that bit closer.
They do all have all buybacks on FGF now, but they're 17k behind. Gaben still doesn't favour them. He can't make his mind up at all. And Falcus will try and get the stun in and out. Vi is in big trouble here. He needs to be careful. No buyback on Vi. Will go down 109 seconds without him. If they rung the buyback on FGF now, oh, Falcus.
There's more Falcus' life.
Will they just let this Rax go?
Yeah, definitely.
They have all the buybacks.
I don't think you need to force it though. I don't think this Rax makes much difference. They can't get Megas because they still got the tier 2 bot. If they try and go throne, you can buy back, but it's only 10 seconds and they don't push quickly.
It's a nice stun from the Zeus to stop that Dark Willow ult from coming out. They'll still have it, of course. They will start clicking now. Now we'll come out and clear them away.
Just starting to get there with the building damage, but
they do glyph. Out. They do glyph as well on the retreat, and they will just TP Peebo out. Is the most important one to get out of there. Flowzone will now TP as well.
Oh, I'm not sure if he spotted it. What the IO TPing?
Now a regen rune.
Behind it. Oh jeez.
And this is
This is a wild game. This is a wild game.
This is.
I don't blame only being 58% sure of who's going to win. Like, it's 8% sure even.
Like we said, like maybe like 3 or 4 fights ago, OGs are literally one mistake away.
Yeah,
like
but they haven't made a mistake yet. They've not made it.
And even when they lost Flowzone in the top lane, they had the cover. They'd already pushed the lane out. They still got Peebo out, who's like the key to the draft, right? Like, yeah. And he's got Scotteh on Spectre now.
He's got in into 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, this is.
Is this just dead? This is bad.
Yeah,
this
he's
is
stunned
bad.
up. He's stunned up. He's getting the vision. They
tanky boy.
They used
Gets
the
Ghost Scepter on him.
yeah, the Ghost Scepter used on him.
Now reloads him out.
Yeah, now they put down the ult for the Monkey King, but Larry should be able to just get away. But if Larry goes down, that's 85 seconds without Bloodseeker. That's part of your spell amp draft gone.
That is. If they've got it, they might get Psychovert. He is quite low.
Yeah.
Don't know if they see. They must see. He's got creeps there, but he heals but full with a creep wave crit. They need to get Vidi in this top lane hitting the rack.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep trying to go through the mid lane. I guess because they know if they get the kills, it will be over, but they're not getting the kills.
They just need to hit it. The Mega Creeps is going to be such a useful tool in this game. And it's not going to be wrong. Vidi does.
Walk up now. Vidi is in, and he's going to go in onto Flowzone instead and try and smack down the IO, who's just healing up Time Twister and Peebo. They just got so much damage. Vidi is taking so much damage. They die. Vi with the rain as well is coming in to heal them up. So they don't even need Larry. They don't know blood, and their combo is out with the Bloodseeker. Is dead. They don't even need it. And Vi will just secure the kill onto the Dark Willow. And they can retreat again low. They're taking damage on the tier 4s, but they can't hit the building. It regens as well. It's gonna come back to full HP by the time they return. There's an AD. Are they gonna leave it?
Oh no, not again.
I guess they can. I don't know if they saw it, but I guess they could leave it for the maximum time. But I think they're gonna be too far away. Yeah, Larry's seen it, and now Peebo will go and claim it if he's.
Okay,
Pick it up straight away.
I don't know if Mega Creeps is as big a deal as I'm making it out to be.
I don't know if it is,
but
actually.
It definitely helps keep your... Like, the waves are already pushed in, but it makes it so much harder to get out of the base for OGs. If you're Vidi, and you deal 600 damage per hit, you do bonus damage to buildings, and this building has, at the time, 1200
Do they just backdoor that last bit of... And they're going to get Falcus. Falcus is in big trouble. Pops the Blade Mail, pops the Pipe. They have to ring the Vidi's buyback as well. So Vidi's buyback is gone.
Now they need to get out.
Yeah, Shadow Shaman is way too deep, and now we'll cop a bit of damage. Nearly dies to just one little click from Peebo there. And now this fight is going on in the opposite base. They do use the I think the refresher was used. It's hard to tell what the hell's going on. Yeah, it was the Monkey King with the refresher now. So yeah, Flowzone in a bit of trouble. The rain they've moved out of, so it's tricky. But they can't hit this Time Twister. They can't hit the Spectre at all. Vi is going to go down. Ghost Scepter's up. It will get stunned eventually.
Time Twister's now doing damage.
It's buying time, and now they might re-engage onto this. They go back in. The Monkey King can't heal up fast enough. He has no buyback. That's 90 seconds without Monkey King. They're going to keep going. They're doing so much damage to Vidi. That's 120 seconds of the dieback on Vidi as well. They got no Tiny. They've got no Monkey King. Dark Willow is doing their best to get away, but they're going to go down as well after the Yules comes off. So they have buyback. Oracle has buyback again now. The creeps are still in the base. But Bloodseeker is doing that. Shaman on the back lines as well. Gonna get Ghost Sceptered up. The balls will take him down. Flowzone, couple of hits from those. Goes down. Now they found Falcus again. Time Twister is just in again. They ring the buybacks on the supports. This is all they have. This is the last stand for FGF. They got to ring the buybacks on Falcus as well now. They're gonna go in because they're just gonna click the base. And I don't really know what FGF could do about it. Falcus could blink in and stun to delay, but I don't think they can kill without the Monkey King or Vidicus. They don't even have two of their heroes here.
They're gonna get the Zeus.
This is an honest. This is an honest 3v3 right now, and Io is back in again, and will just take down Falcus. That's the dieback on all 3 cores now. And what do they have left? Oh, now Time Twister comes in to secure the kills on the support. So that's a dieback across the board. It's not even a dieback on the Monkey King. Sorry, he just bore out. And that is going to be the game. They don't push very fast, but with the healing they have, the teamfight they have, And the spiral amp they have.
They definitely deal more damage to the buildings now that Io is 25. And
They
that's it.
have won the game. OGs bring it back to a 1-1. Oh my goodness, what have we just seen?
What the fuck is that?
I want to see this graph. What is this graph? I don't even think I had like the proper overlay on this entire time. So I'm sorry if I blocked any items or anything. I think we are out of the way. Oh my god.
The graph looks normal. That graph does not
Tell any story at all. This is just the
What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Zeus.
that?
Look at the Zeus damage. Oh my god.
Fucking hell! How much of that was? Have you got the plus?
Yeah.
How much was Thunder God's Wrath on that?
50k.
50k.
50k damage.
50k. If he just had that one spell, he'd be very close to being the top damage in his team still. It's time to a second with 54.
What the? What the fuck? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
don't
I
know.
guess we should pay out the beans. I think there was only one person. I think who
There's
backed
only one.
OGs. I think Zalipa has done it. Huge beans. Wow.
Oh, 26k beans. That'll
Oh.
keep you going. Oh my goodness.
Where do we
How
even...
do we break that down?
I don't honestly know. I think we've seen two absolutely remarkable games, it has to be said. Two incredible turnarounds. Back to back.
The graph on this does not anywhere near just give you an idea of how far behind OGs were in that game. They were out of it. They were out of it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna suggest we do interviews. I fear we want to know more about this. Do we want Peebo to come in? If Peebo is available to discuss.
Yeah. Come on down.
I don't know if Peebo's listening, but I will add him.
We need someone to tell us what we've just witnessed.
It should be able to jump straight in. Okay.
Holy boys, did you see that?
We did.
We did.
We did see
We most
that.
certainly did.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So actually, I mean, firstly, I don't know where to start, but I'm just going to say so this game 2, maybe we'll go back to game 1 at a certain point. Game 2, what this is a sort of theory crafted draft, I'm assuming. What's the sort of cooking that's been going on behind the scenes in this one?
Okay, so like for the first time in the history of OGs, it's been Peebo draft. First game, whatever. This one, I'm like, fuck it. We can't win this tournament now. I wanna see if this shit fucking works. All my team during the fucking draft, they're like, oh no, this is not gonna work. Maybe I like it, but kind of despair. And that carried on for the first 15 minutes, but I was like, boys, I only want to hear hell yeah or nothing. I was like fully in my I was in my chest about it, you know? Like I was getting warm and sweaty even then. And then as the game started to like sort of it seemingly slip away from us, like I got rambunked, which I don't think is the verb. Mid. I didn't have a game. Offlane Spectre? Huh? So I'm super amped right now, dude.
Yeah, and completely fair enough. Any questions from Peebo? I mean, where do you want to start with this one? The question.
Okay, I got a lot of questions. We're gonna start with: was this always the plan? These 5 heroes in
Yes.
those 3 lanes in that order. That was
So,
always
no,
the plan.
I kind of wanted to have, instead of the Spectre, I wanted a Nature's Prophet, so that when Refresher ult happened with all of the Magicamp, those
Yeah.
that didn't die would get cleaned up by the Wrath of Nature. But we
Right.
didn't have confident, because like the way that our team is, we don't have the picks there. We can't put those dudes on those heroes. How I saw it in the Golden Path, you know,
Uh-huh.
like I'm Paul Atreides, and I'm like in my mind fucking Palace.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely got that sense that there'd been some Mind Palace action going on.
Today, I can send you it if you like. I made a draft paint file, and
Not that it's in paint.
yeah, it's the way that my brain works. Let me see if I can send it to you. But whilst we're doing that, yeah, holy shit, it was so like I had the vision,
So-
and like, fuck it, we're out of the tournament. Let's just do this shit. You know?
So I see that the switch out. It does a similar job to the Spectre. You can like jump on those ones who are low and like pick them off. Is that we obviously Time Twister plays a lot of Spectre, level 22 on the hero.
He does, yeah.
I normally play support for you, right? And it's normally Larry.
Pos for, but hey man, we were allowed to.
No,
swap
hell yeah.
around. So
perfectly legal. I was just was Time Twister up for this? Has Time Twister ever played Spectre in the off lane before?
I'm not sure that he has. I'm not sure that anyone has. New meta, by the way. Yeah, no, I think during the whole of the draft, Time was like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on, boys. This seems kind of sus." I've just sent you the draft through.
Yeah, I see that. It's I don't know. You need mainly send it to Scotty, and he can put it on the stream. But that has not cleared things up for me.
No, that surprises me. Let me send it to you as well. Yeah, like for the whole time they were like, "Oh man, this is fucking weird and bad. What are you doing?" And I was like, "Boys, trust me." And they did. And look at where it goes.
Listen, it's paid off. It has paid off.
You got that?
Where
I got that. Yeah. Are you fine with us sharing that on the screen?
By all means, by all means. This is how you put together a fucking 5-star team.
Let me just where the hell? How do I add? How do I add these things? Do I need to save it? God, what the fuck am I doing? Right, you guys carry on. I'll be working on this.
Once that goes up,
so
yeah. Questions.
I know.
Were you in that game? You're obviously like really far behind. Really far
for
behind.
Sure. Yeah, man.
Was there any point where you were like, you know, thinking about, I don't know, like calling GG? Like it was disastrous. It was looking really bad. What was the mood in the camp? Was it pretty quiet? Did you still believe the whole way through, or like what was the team spirit like in that moment?
The first like 15, 20 minutes, kind of sad, you know. I'm trying to keep the boys' spirits up. I'm saying, come on, boys, we can fucking do this. Listen, just avoid them. Like, we're not fighting them until we have. I'm like, Vi, you have to get that Ags. And he's like, okay, I am working on it. And I'm like, okay, I've nearly got Refresher. We finished that shit at the same time. They take our fucking racks. And I'm like, oh no, what are we going to do? We have all our buttons, man. And from that point, when it fucking worked, when we got that first kill, I think on the Willow, like, that inspired so much fucking confidence in us. We got then the Haunt kill from the Spectre. Oh shit, maybe this could work. And they just kept running up the stairs, man. And they couldn't take the buildings.
And at what point did you think we're going to win this game?
At no point. At no point. When the Ancient was gone.
So right until the end, you were unsure, because that's exactly what I felt. I did not know.
To be fair, like after the third or fourth time that we like team wiped them, like getting them on the fucking retreat, we were like, fucking Vi said something like that you might say in a game that you were taking seriously. He's like, I control the triangle, and he was like, what have I said? What are we doing?
This is not one of these games.
I'm so pleased to have been in this game, man. Uh,
Fantastic game. Hopefully that
Yeah.
picture clears things up for
yeah,
for
makes a
the,
bunch of sense.
the chat.
Just, if you have any questions, keep them the fuck to yourself.
So obviously, did this second game feel better? Obviously, it was a big, huge comeback. Did it take the edge off the first game? Because the first
think-
game you were in the opposite position.
Yes.
You were miles ahead, almost for sure going to win that game, and you let it slip away.
It's a classic OG's high ground throw. It's a special move. If we were a top trump, that would be our flavor text.
Okay.
Yeah, so that one, it did kind of mold us a little bit. We kind of sort of, I think we were doing really well, and like we were following Peebo's game plan, and it was working. It was really good. Everyone was like, we like killed them, and that was said a lot. But then, yeah, that sort of like dogged chase, kind of fight all the time, rah 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 sort of style kind of falls apart when they get like BKBs and they wipe us 4 times.
As soon as they stop dying, it becomes an issue.
Yeah, quite. No, they played really well in that game. Managed to keep that mental together. We thought we'd like fully tilted Vidi when we
there was a few tips going around.
Yeah, we're pretty bad for
Oh
that.
god, that's
So,
huge. Good lord. Sorry, I've downloaded the image, so it is now like full screen. It was huge. There we go. It was the wrong way around for some reason. I don't know why. So I've now put it the appropriate way around.
Oh, I can see why it being mirrored would be confusing. Yeah, you're bad.
Although
it's much clearer now. Clearer now.
Yeah, I mean, Jirenbong literally saying that honestly, it helps to understand it that it's backwards. So maybe that is the appropriate way to view it. Anyway, apologies. Carry on. I have interrupted.
No, it's fine. Like, yeah, I was really proud of the boys. I thought we played like our game, and our game also involves fucking feeding and throwing a one game. I'm not too sad about it, to be honest.
You said earlier that you're coming into this series thinking you can't win the tournament. But listen, we've seen anything over the last 72 hours is that upsets can happen, and people can win games that they shouldn't win. People can lose games that they shouldn't win.
That's the story of OGs.
So don't count yourselves out. You're still mathematically in it. At least
possible? No.
Oh yeah.
Surely not.
You do need a big favor from us. You need a big favor from us.
It's unlikely, but mathematically it's possible.
And send me your PayPal.
There's no amount of money that could fix that.
I don't know. And also FGF, I think, as well. I think it is still possible. I don't know whether the head-to-heads, like, I haven't done the full workouts on it, but yeah, sit out, for example, on 6 and 2, so you're 6 and 6, right, for the tournament. So literally 50-50 across the board. I think that is 2 won series, 2 drawn series, 2 lost series, which is kind of crazy. Sit out play FGF and GFG, and Spherical play GCDD and GFG as well. So we
sit out and Spherical are my favourites to win this. But hey, man, maybe the lads can copy this draft. It works.
Looking at the drawing.
So for context, it's from the top left. It's the draft directly below that one, the one that says Zap.
Yeah.
I think it speaks for itself.
Okay. Well, Ob, do you have any final questions for Peebo before we?
I don't have any final questions, but I would just like to say thank you for providing us with what I think is a strong contender at being the best game in this tournament. And to be honest, best series, because game 1 was also an absolute corker. So, yeah, thank you for just putting on an absolute show. Are we going to see more drafts like this in your? Oh no, that was your last game, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's the last game for OGs,
okay.
Unless
if you get through.
Unless you get through.
I'm not hopeful, but I'm very glad to have participated in what will go down as one of the games of all time.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for casting.
No worries. GGs.
Okay, I'm gonna slink away now. I'm clicking away. See you later. Nerds.
See you later. Right, shall we get Falcus in as well so we can?
Yeah.
Because we also have a game 1 to talk about. Falcus has jumped in straight away. Look at that. That's he's ready to go.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Welcome, Falcus.
Why don't we? Why
Yeah.
don't we start with game 2 so we can end on a high?
Oh,
Okay. So we're gonna
I think
start
I
with.
might. I think I might cry tonight. To be honest, I'm surprised I haven't cried already.
Yeah. Go on.
How was that? How was that? Let's just. I want to hear it from
think-
Falcus. Tell us what
I
happened.
think there was such a high from that comeback in game 1. Like I screamed when we won. Not screamed, but you know, I shouted. It was insane. Like there was no expectation. You know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, there was. It was, as I said to the boys afterwards. It was the plan. Hey, we'll get back to game 1. So we came into game 2 and we were like, right, well, let's just do a similar thing. Had the bands ready to go, get the bands out. And then they start banning similar stuff. And obviously we weren't going to get the Jakiro because we were getting second pick. So that's a given. And we start with this draft and it's not feeling too bad. We always knew we were going to flex the Tiny. But then I think they knew we were going to flex the Tiny as well. Because when we got to our last pick, they were banning carries and we were like, well, they've not fallen for this one. And then, but just prior to that, we were trying to pick an offlaner, and they banned my axe, which I would have really liked. I hoped that if I played Legion game 1, if they banned the axe, I play the Legion, and I'd do well enough on the Legion. They'd ban the Legion next, and I'd get the axe.
Well, I feel like
Legion lane.
Well on the Legions.
Well, the Legion lane wasn't great, and it was a heavily bad Legion game, which we knew going in. But so they didn't ban that. And I was like, I could play it again. I was like, don't really want to. Pudge was looking at me, but I thought if I pick Pudge and it goes badly, Vidi might find where I live. So kind of ruled on it. And I was like, I could maybe play Centaur. I don't want to because I hate him, but I could. And I was like, oh, how about Viper? But Vidi really hates offlane Viper, so
yeah.
Kind of got to keep Vidi in a good mood sometimes, you know. It's like when the sort of, you know, the highest paid member of a band or something, you got to keep them happy, and everybody knows like you need them, so don't upset them. Like he's the carry, we got to keep him swell. So yeah, we end up picking the Centaur, and we just picked the Willow, and Centaur is one of the 3s that Tim can play. And I was like, for fuck's sake, why did we pick Willow first? Because if we just decided we were going to go Centaur, you could have picked Centaur and I could have played Clock. And I was just really upset about that, to be honest. Anyway, then we get towards final pick. And I'm telling the guys, I'm like, right, who's playing this Tiny? Like, who is it? Who's going to play it? Who's going to play it? Who's going to play it? I'm like, right, what else are we picking? What are we picking mid? This is in the pool. This is in the pool. This is gone. This is gone. And the time's ticking down. And I'm like, guys, you got 40 seconds to pick something. And it's ticking down. And it's ticking down. And I'm like, the Monkey King's still there. We could pick the Monkey King. And they're like, no, we don't want the Monkey King. And I'm like, well, what do you want? And the time's ticking down. We're under 10 seconds. So I click the Monkey King. And the time's ticking down. And they're still arguing about it. So I pick it with 1 second to spare, and they're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Well, what do you want me to do? Like, let it random? Like, I'm not leaving this up to the gods here." And then
what were the other ones you were toying between? Out of interest.
I mean, there weren't really any. He plays Quap, but we didn't. You know, we weren't going with that. We'd already banned the Storms, so that was a no go. What was suggested in the mix? Tusk was in the mix, but I just thought that with the Centaur and the Tiny, the Tusk was kind of a bit of a like redundancy. You know, he was just adding more. Needed. Yeah, he's adding more jump, more beef, more nuke. Like it didn't feel like something that we needed. But the Monkey, I think, like he got that first blood, and I went, see, I had that gut feeling, obviously, that Monkey was going to be the pick. I think he did really well on the Monkey. So
the Monkey got you guys off to a cracking start. I mean, 19 kills on the Monkey. Psychovert doing an absolute dream job in the mid lane. Making
everything I just said. I picked the Monkey on purpose. That was on purpose.
Yeah, making plays all over the map, creating loads of space. You have a massive advantage early on. Then what happened?
So Vidi was fairly strong. He'd had a good lane. I'd maybe had the worst lane, but I was quite happy to get going. You know, I'm basically I'm a press R machine. That's all I've got to do. I did fat finger it at one point.
And a meat shield.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the cider or if it was sort of the adrenaline of winning game one, but my brain was just kaput. I was the captaining was gone. I was like fluffing up just words. I fat fingered my ult. I went to click a scan and accidentally clicked a fortify at one point. Yeah, like honestly, none of those things actually really came back to bite us. I mean, obviously we lost, but like they didn't push and us not have a fortify.
Yeah.
So
none of them were that effectual in the end.
Yeah, but I mean, I deserved to lose that game. The other guys didn't.
You are in the Try Guy fumblers after all.
Yeah, we really fumbled that last. We just got to the point where we knew we just needed to get these buildings. I said to the guys, we get mega creeps, they don't come back from that. Like I just couldn't see them coming back from megas with the team they had because they wouldn't be able to fight us. Like that was our point
at the end of the game. There was a few times where you're going up high ground and like Vidi does. I said it in the cast. It's like Vidi does 600 damage a hit and like bonus damage to buildings, and you've got one rack to kill. It's only going to take a couple of hits.
And then
especially with the Echo Saber. So is that a conversation you're having, and he's just not able to get it off? Because it seemed like he was just targeting heroes instead of just hitting the building.
Hit the buildings, hit the buildings, hit the buildings. Could have been a communication issue. I don't know what he was hitting. I was busy trying to hit the buildings and not die. There was a time we pushed
in my opinion, even if he goes in, hits the buildings and get it, but dies, that's value.
Yeah, I'd have been happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a time we went in bot and the refresher on the Zeus got revealed. That really fucked us because our supports just disappeared. And with the Bloodseeker as well, that's not good. I was like, oh, we can maybe hang around. And then I looked at Yoo-Hoo and I remember there was a Bloodseeker and I went, no, Yoo-Hoo, you leave. You definitely leave. But we pushed in for this bot racks, right? We got the bot racks. I was like, the one in mid, we got that. And then my brain went, yay, megas. And then we all died. And then I went, hang on a minute. We haven't got megas. And I looked and went, oh, fuck, I've forgotten about the remaining top racks. And then we spent the next 20 minutes trying to get that and just never managed it. I mean,
yeah,
our supports, they were killing our supports very effectively, mostly because they didn't need to be anywhere near them for them to die.
From wherever, yeah.
Yeah, after the first double Zeus ult, Tim was frantically trying to make a, what do you call it, a
disc.
Yeah, an Aeon disc, but he just didn't manage it until right at the end, and it was over.
Yeah.
And obviously, Shaman has the chicken, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah. We wanted to try.
Because then the Spectre can just jump on top of him, which is what happened.
Yeah.
The first time it went off.
We knew we needed to jump the Oracle. We knew we needed to kill the Oracle and get rid of the save.
Yeah.
And we just could manage it, and then I think. Yeah, we just needed to target the buildings. We didn't. Then they came in. We pushed them back, and then we just overcommitted on the chase. So I think buybacks and TPs back in or whatever happened, but and then we didn't have buybacks available because we'd used them, and yeah, it just kind of fell apart towards the end there.
Yeah, it happens. It's so easily done. Yeah, just a couple of wrong moves, and that's it. It's just unfortunate.
It's a really rough game to lose, yeah.
It's unfortunate. We said that OGs couldn't make a single mistake, and I don't think they did. I think they just executed it perfectly, and credit to you guys for putting them in that position. But yeah, it's unfortunate that it didn't go your way at the end.
I mean, they definitely fucked up. We killed Vi a couple of times when he was out of position, but
yeah.
But then the buybacks came in, and they all just returned, and we were like, hang on a minute, where is this coming from? Yeah, I think how global the Zeus, how global the whole team was, to be fair. Yeah, I'm definitely going to label this Peebo Chaos drafting.
Yep.
We had no idea what's going on. I was like, it's definitely a carry IO. There's no way it's not a carry IO. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, we've got too many cores here. Like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, is it a support Spectre? Is it? I assumed it was a support Zeus, and then the Zeus turned up mid, and I was like, well, where the hell is this going?
Well, we got about halfway through the laning phase. We still didn't know who was the offlane carry.
It wasn't great.
Let's contrast that with game one, because in an equal but opposite way, game one was fantastic for you guys. You were in the same position that you put OGs in the second game. You were miles behind. Gaben, I think it was 97% sure that OGs were going to win.
I think that's unreasonable from Gaben, but
how did you bring that one back?
So, to be honest, it was always the plan, which is what I said to the guys at the end after we won. I said it was always the plan. I just didn't expect the plan to be that tight on like whether we were going to win or lose. So we knew they were going to try and death ball, which is what actually threw us off in game 2 when they picked the Spectre, because that goes late, which put us on the timer. But we knew they were going to try and death ball, which they did. The picks were definitely a bit rogue, not necessarily expected. I don't believe in offlane Chaos Knight. I'm not a believer. I'm sorry, Larry.
I don't think Larry is anymore either.
But yeah, I mean, I had a much rougher lane than I was anticipating having. I think Vidi did okay, and Psychovert not too bad. We didn't really gank super well at the very beginning, which was a bit rough. I wasn't expecting Carry Kunker to be so rough in lane, to be honest. I think Vi definitely put that on. He just kept hitting me with these damn, like, daggers.
Yeah, the daggers were crazy.
The range
in that game
on
one,
those
it was
daggers
outrageous.
is obscene. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, I was surprised. I said to the guys as well, I said, right, the main goal is don't die, like, don't feed them. And I want to say the rest of the lads did a great job on that. Me, not so much, but, you know, do as I say, not as I do. But no, I mean, we got the Jakiro. I knew we wanted the Monkey King if they didn't ban it, and I knew we could flex the Monkey King, so we got the Monkey King. But given the preference, I said I wanted to put it on carry. Now, looking at game 2, I no longer have that preference anymore, because Psychovert has really, you know, made me believe in his mid Monkey King again. But yeah, and then it was like I'd always kind of planned to do Axe or Legion because I wanted something that I could like push the tempo of the game with and gank with. They banned the Axe, and then had the Legion. Lane was rough, and I was like, right, we just need to get back in this. So as soon as I got Jewel, I was like, right, let's try and do something. I was really behind on getting my Blade Mail, but I was like, we'll be fine. And then it was just a case of trying to coordinate the screams, really. The main issue was Vidi kept turning up to fights to the point where I was like, Vidi, no, go farm. I said, I don't want to see you in a fight until you've got your Radiance.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a late Radiance, actually, from memory. It felt quite a long time.
There was one time I was like, can we defend this top tier 2? And I was like, yeah, we definitely can. Let's go for it. Apparently, I might have just been having a conversation with myself, actually. But I was like, yes, let's go for it. And then Vidi starts TPing, and I was like, I mean, he's coming now, so I'll just let him come. And then he sort of instantly got killed, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't want you to come to fights at all. I was like, unless I say, Vidicus, come here and fight, stay the fuck away until you've got your Radiance. Which I think annoyed him a bit, but I've done it to carries before. You scold them and you send them to the jungle and you say, you fuck off in there and you don't come out until you apologize.
It clearly worked out for you.
Yeah,
he did, yeah, exactly. He then got his Radiance.
Yeah, 23 minutes, I think. But then it started, after that, the farm is like way better. It's like this massive gap for the Radiance, and then it's like, actually, now we're starting to do something.
I got my Blade Mail, and then I got the Blink, and I mean, it was still hell. I mean, you know, there's a Pango rolling about the place. You duel someone, suddenly they're in a magical box of like safety, or you duel someone, they get swapped to the other side of the fight, and I'm just sat there, absolutely powerless as Legion just walks in a straight line across the entire battlefield.
Across the fight.
But like, my God, like I said at the end of the game, like, yeah, everybody had some fuck ups. Everybody on our team fucked up at least once. But everybody also had some absolutely phenomenal plays, I think. Like,
for sure.
Even just Tim saving himself by making himself invulnerable as getting chased into the base, or the Brambles were just so good the whole time. Yoo-Hoo had some brilliant ice paths. He caught Vi trying to run away and let me duel him.
Really
like
nice.
right in the end of it. Like, what a lad. Psychovert with some great screams, and then Vidi just actually managing to A, recover, and then, you know, B, help bring it back with his Wukongs and stuff. I mean, we all agreed the big turning point, we think, was that Roche fight, where we caught them in Roche, they backed off, we hung around, they tried to go back in, and then Vidi was like, let's smoke around the side, and I think he pulled it off, but then Psychovert just went the other way around and just screamed through the back of the Roche pit. And now, I was having slight PTSD. I don't know if you saw. I don't know who cast it. I don't know if you saw it. When I think it was on Sunday. Not Sunday. It was into Spherical, actually. Yeah, I can't remember. Maybe it was I can't remember. I was playing Axe, bottom Roche pit, and we seen them in. Then they left. Then we were waiting. Then we scanned it, and it came up red, so assumed they were back. Turns out they were at the side of the Roche pit, and I blinked in, called, there's nobody fucking there, and then get killed for it. And I was like, have we just wasted Scream? And then as we get Vision, as I think a couple of the heroes just get pushed out the edge by the Scream, I was like, no, we've got this fight.
Yeah.
It was just man
and it was
up and
perfect
fight
actually
and get the
because
turn.
it split up the fight, which is exactly what you needed, just to take some heroes down separately and then move across. Because you were kind of still a bit behind at that point, so it's nice.
We did actually assign our own play of the game, though, if you're interested.
Yeah.
Did you notice when the Kunker was running up and just hitting the tower?
Yeah.
I think all 5 of us were just stood around the top racks.
Yeah, and he did it like 5 times.
It's because we went over, he ran up, and Psychover shouts, Yules him, and then Vidi starts going, Yules, Yules, Yules. I thought they were saying Jewel, and then they're like, Yules, and I was like, he's X marked. He'll just go back and I'll go running out. They're like, no, Yules will purge it. And I'm like, Jewel doesn't purge. I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, Yules. And I'm like, oh, I don't have one of those. And they're like, yeah, Tim does. And then when they realized Tim was nowhere nearby. So then Tim comes running over. And then he comes up and they go, Yules, Yules, Yules. And Tim goes, it's not in range. You couldn't get it. You couldn't get there quick enough. And I was like, right, Tim, stand here. And I pinged it. And he stands between the racks and one of the little buildings. And I think he came up again. We didn't get him. And we're like, well, just wait. He'll come again. He came up again. He gets him. We get the jewel. I think he then got swapped out because then I got just, standard. Let's just plod across the battlefield. But I think we won that fight. It
was great.
Tim's
remember
that play of the game.
I remember that fight because he got swapped out, but Psychover had blinked over to where he'd been swapped to and just got the Scream off and pushed them back. So it was a really nice fight. But we were calling for the Yules as well in the castle.
It's just the fact he kept going. He just kept coming up to hit it, and we were like, he's going to get as many chances as he wants here. Like he's going to get as many chances as the tower has health at this point.
Yeah.
Like Flozone kept running up and didn't seem at all worried about the fact that all 5 members of our team were just stood in a semicircle, like watching him do it, not doing anything else to him.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wow.
But no, we were like, we protect this last rack. So as long as we don't get megged, we're still in the game. I didn't want to lose that tower, to be fair, because it's just bad news bears. And Tim going back to defend a few times, like we sent him back the first time, but I think he called it out that the base was a problem. Like, and then he just went back on his own the next time. And
it got a little close towards the end, but it was all right. It worked out. For you.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean that was a really great game, and then the next one just felt like we were bashing our heads against a brick wall.
You got a taste of your own medicine there, I think.
Yeah, I think the tilt was coming, and Vidi wasn't happy I didn't buy a blink for a long time on the Centaur. I literally just forgot. Like I forgot that I was supposed to get a blink, and I don't think I needed it, to be honest. I was struggling in lane a bit. I was like, I don't want a Vanguard. I was like, you know what, I'll get another Bracer. Why not? I've got the money for it. And then I was like, right, well, we definitely need a pipe, so I'll get the pipe. So I got the pipe, and I was like, what do I fancy next? I was like, maybe a heart. A heart would be nice, just more strength. And then Vidi was like, are you going to get a blink? And I was like, I've nearly finished my heart, so maybe just get that. And then I got the blink afterwards. But I don't think the blink was that important. I mean, he could have tossed me. He did toss me at one point.
It did help you escape a few times, I will say.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I don't regret getting the blink. I don't think I needed it before that. I think we were doing fine for catch. But yeah, just one of those. I mean, gutting because I don't think there's any way we can make a final now. We needed to 2-0 today.
Yeah, I think
we needed to 2-0 everything.
The case.
I also not sure what was the result between OGs and sit out. Was that a 1-1 or no? It was a 2-0. I was in the game.
Yeah, OGs and sit out was a.
I was standing in for that. Yeah, and did they get 2-0'd by Spherical as well?
That is a good question. No, they won one Spherical. They won one Spherical.
Okay, so they could make third because they'd have to have a playoff against Spherical, right?
Yeah, but they need GCD then to win tomorrow against Spherical and GFG to beat Spherical as well. Which feels like a tall
GFG,
order.
I don't know if you're aware, they've now been dubbed the Kingslayers.
Was not aware of the moniker, but I was aware that we did take a game yesterday. But then we had a very similar thing to your game 1, came our game 2, and we just ran out of steam in a very similar way. where it just felt
Oh, that's
like,
rough.
and now we've just like run out of run out of steam a little
Yeah.
bit. But yeah,
It was really sad tonight because it really felt like we were coming together as a team more, and the communication was better mostly. And I felt like I entered the captain zone. I don't think I've been there since GTI. Like I've just been floundering most of the time, but I was issuing
No,
commands that were being followed. It felt nice.
it was great to watch, and as we said all through the stream, actually, that this is, I think, been what the best series of Dota I've seen in a long time. It's so good to watch. You guys, as you say, you've been playing so much better together. I think you still got a couple more games, or just one more
Couple
game.
We do.
more.
I mean, I'm really gutted that we're not going to a full playoffs. I think I said it the other day because A, I think there's some major upset that could happen, and B, I think we're just finding our rhythm here. You know, we're not a group stage team. We're a main stage.
Well, listen, there's I'm sure always next year.
Oh.
Put Scotty on the spot here.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
I would like to. I would definitely like to.
Yeah. So yeah, we'd love to see you guys again. I mean, it's obviously it's not over. You still got a couple games. You can still do some upsets. There's been a few upsets now, I think. So yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for this series, and
we
good
got
luck
to take this.
for the rest.
Yeah, no, brilliant. Thanks for the cast, boys. I'll look forward to watching it back.
Yeah,
bye.
I won't be watching game 2 again.
yeah, just game 1.
Nah, you
Just
don't need to
game
watch that one. It's boring anyway.
I don't think there was a game 2 tonight, right? The lobby never got set up. I'm pretty sure. Right. I'll catch you boys later.
GG's.
Cheers.
GG's.
Cheers, Marcus.
Cool. Okay. Wow. We have been really treated tonight, haven't we? Bloody hell.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It was a delight. That is a delight.
So, what have we got next? Looking to the future briefly before we sort of wrap up. Just a reminder, there is plenty more Dota to be played. We got, I think, now after this, was that one,
We've got a call for tomorrow.
3 more series to go, including tomorrow, which will be back here. I will be casting with Braxy on that one. If you do make it back in time, Ob, you're welcome to join us potentially for game 2, depending on
Yeah, we'll
how long they go.
see how
You're
long their games go.
but it's GCDD versus Spherical tomorrow, which could really decide quite a lot at the top of the table. GCDD are the only team confirmed to be in the top 3 currently. I think if they take at least one game off of Spherical, they are pretty much nailed on to be the guaranteed finalist.
They need to 2-0, Spherical do.
Yeah. So should be a very exciting and interesting one of 2 of the top teams of the tournament. And then we have more games that I think are yet to be scheduled at the moment. We've had a bit of issues with GFG. We've had to move our game on Saturday, but we've got like Sit Out versus FGF. We've got Sit Out versus GFG. We've got Bernard versus FGF and GFG Spherical as well, all still to be scheduled. Probably looking at either the weekend or next week now. But yeah, tomorrow is a big one, and we will be back here on my Twitch to view that one. It should be a cracker as well.
Yeah, man.
Right. Any final thoughts before we fully wrap it up on what we've just seen?
Just thanks. Thanks to everyone playing. Thanks to everyone watching. This tournament has been fantastic. I'm looking forward to hopefully some more good series in the future. Hopefully the Kingslayers, as we're now dubbed, can take some more games off some of the top teams. We'll see.
We will see. Yeah. Actually, just one thing before we do go. Obviously, Falcus mentioned there the lack of a full playoff. Just to explain the reasoning behind that as well. Obviously, last year we ran the tournament. We had a full playoff with 6 teams. I did a little feedback survey afterwards, which suggested that a full playoff was quite a long thing to do after already having played everybody once. So that's why we've wound it back a bit this time around.
Yeah. You do just kind of end up playing the same teams again, which is a bit weird.
I appreciate that this time around there has been more upsets. Last year it was very much there were 2 teams who dominated, a couple in the middle and then one at the bottom, or a few in the middle and then one at the bottom. I appreciate this year actually is the games have been much closer. People have been taking games as a surprise, so maybe the full playoff is something to do in the future. But again, I think we'll stick with this for now for this tournament. But we will obviously run the feedback again at the end of this tournament. So if you would prefer a more full playoff, then put that in when I run the survey, and we will improvise, adapt, overcome for next time.
It's a tournament for the people.
Exactly. And so, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I would like to run it next year, though, just to confirm that. I think we will do it again. I don't know when.
Excellent.
Depends how busy I am in 2026. Christ, it's such a long time away, but also it will be here before we know it. But
Yeah, we got this one to worry about. We're not over yet.
Exactly.
There's a long way
Focusing
to
on
go.
2025, we've just watched one of the series of the tournament. So, yeah, I'd like to echo your comments there, Margaret. Thank you to all the players in these 2 games. They were incredible. Some incredible drafts, some incredible games. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for joining me as well, Ob. Always appreciated your.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
And we will wrap it up there. I am absolutely exhausted. What a day! What a game! What a couple of games of Dota. This one, OGs won, FGF won. 2 incredible comebacks as well. So thank you all very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you tomorrow for GCDD versus Spherical. Peace out. Everybody, and welcome back to the GFG Invitational Tournament. It looks like they're going to use the portal. They're going bottom with the portal.
Going for the Shrek, it seems.
But I think the X mark is out, and the boat. They bring him back into the boat. The Treant unfortunately walks into the boat as well, and this will be a double kill. 2 kills for GFG. Ob not getting one, and Churubong with the Macropie getting the other.
Going in, he does have his ultimate.
Oh.
Purges it. He just about gets it off. Ranger. Game Chrono with the focus fire. Raxi pinned, finished off.
That's already running. Back to full health too.
Gets slowed. So close. Oh,
gonna get doomed
off,
here.
but then he probably pays the price. Oh, Cleese just misses it.
Very fucking nice.
All the tips coming out.
Really good. And nothing will die back here, and that is GG. And that is the end of the GFG Invitational Tournament. Team Spherical are your champions. They take the finals 2-0.